IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Fall football weather is here on RHIT.TV as the home Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers plays host to the Beavers of Bluffton here on RHIT.TV. We got a great matchup for you coming up this afternoon. Rose-Hulman at 1-5 on the season, but 1-1 in HCAC play. Let's take some of our title sponsors who support us here on RHIT.TV, including Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955 with 5 central Indiana locations. Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and services needs. Boilermaker Local 374, representing skilled workers across the state of Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burtner Electric, spark with confidence your trusted electrician partner since 1986. And our friends at Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893 thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. They bring biblical education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LiUNA, the Building America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. And don't forget to check in daily with the IndianaSRN sports page, sports from border to border and coast to coast, your source for high school, college, and pro sports coverage. Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with you. When you look at Rose-Hulman's record at 1-5, a very tough opening schedule for them over the first couple of months. Obviously, they played DePaul here. DePaul won that game. They went to Trine. They went to Albion. At Franklin, they get a road win in HCAC play. They lose to Baldwin Lawless last week, but you kind of throw the records out when you get to this point of the season. 1-1 in the HCAC. What do you like about Rose-Hulman as they look for their 9th win out of their last 11 against the Beavers of Bluffton?
Well, something that you've seen the last couple of weeks that you didn't see as much in the first half or early this season was the amounts of points that they have been scoring. 20 points last week despite getting beat 52-20, and 35 points the week before that. They're starting to put some points up on the board, and you want to see that a little bit more as the season continues.
Yeah, as we look at this Fighting Engineer team here from Rose-Hulman, Jeff Sokol. He's been around many years here at Rose-Hulman, a staple in Terre Haute, 90-53. He's got a young team, had to replace a lot of different players from last year's season, but in their last HCAC game, they came back in an exciting fourth quarter. Comeback, Jay Smith, the lead rusher for Rose-Hulman, 150 yards on the ground a few weeks ago in that victory. Jay Smith's a name we're going to call here early and often this afternoon.
For sure, and he's kind of been all over, and he's done a nice job overall this season trying to get this ball running for Bluffton. 457 total rushing yards this season, and he has done a lot of scoring as well. 5 touchdowns. So he's been all over the field on the offensive side.
Yeah, Adam Yu is a name we'll call here tonight as well. 671 yards passing and 3 passing touchdowns. This is the team in Rose-Hulman that doesn't like to be one-dimensional. They're going to throw the football, but it starts with that rushing attack. And also on offense, Ben Klein, a top option for Rose-Hulman, 191 yards on the season, 19 catches and 1 touchdown. Sean, that's almost a first down every completion he has.
It is, and going back to you, just a freshman, so he has a lot to learn, but this is a good chance for him to learn a little bit more about conference play and for him to get some more snaps underneath his belt.
This is the Fighting Engineer team that was picked 3rd in the conference, and if you look at their meetings all time with Bluffton, 18-3, 8-2 here in Paradise, and against on the road, 10-1 as well. Last year, it was all Rose-Hulman with a 52-10 win. Rose-Hulman currently on a 10-game winning streak against Bluffton. Head coach Jeff Sokol, 11-3 against the Beavers. These are 2 teams that know each other very well. But what are some of the issues as a freshman quarterback for Rose-Hulman coming in? You don't know what you don't know, but also a lot of learning here over the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, that's kind of what I just said is he'll have a lot more snaps underneath his belt as the season continues. But as a freshman, you're going to learn a lot more about college play versus high school play, especially during conference season, because that's when the team needs you the most, is during conference season, because, a good conference season can over-trump a not good conference season, kind of like what Rose-Hulman had earlier this season. So the more snaps that he gets, the better that he will get as well, because it's just getting experience, and that's the way to do it.
We'll keep you updated with some other HCAC scores around the league. Hanover atop of the HCAC, currently at 3-0. This Bluffton team tied with MSJ at 2-1 apiece. Franklin, Rose-Hulman 1-1. Manchester and Anderson are scoreless inside of the conference here on RHIT.TV. But this is a Rose-Hulman defense where, yeah, you look and they gave up 40 against DePaul. They gave up 44 against Hanover and 52 against Baldwin Wallace. But this is a pretty stacked defense. Obviously, you play off each other. Offense complements defense. Defense complements the offense. But a guy like Gabe Adams, who leads the team with 6.5 tackles for loss, 6 hurries, and 3.5 sacks so far this season.
Yeah, and going back to some of the opponents they had earlier, Tryon, Albion, some pretty solid teams. So it just shows that the defense can be there. I mean, only giving up 27, 25 points against those 2 teams, which is not horrible at all considering the competition that they are playing against.
Elsewhere on that defense, Rudy Griffin obviously leading the defense with 50 tackles on the season for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. It's the big day here in Terre Haute. We've got a doubleheader, men's and women's soccer, a part of the RHI TV network. Volleyball just concluded inside against Hanover, and a big opportunity here for Rose-Hulman to be 2-1 in the conference. And kind of as we talked about, when you have a freshman quarterback, what are some of the things early on in the home game you want to see him do? It's obviously high percentage completions, hand the football off, no turnovers, but what do you expect to see out of you here early as a freshman?
Just take control. Don't seem like you're nervous, because that's something that the defense will read. If you are in control and act like you are in control, that's when good things happen, and you kind of throw defenses off. That's a sign of having a good game.
Yeah, Jeff Sokol will have the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers ready to go. When we come back, we'll look across the way and talk about the Beavers of Bluffton on the road at 2-1 on the season inside of the HCAC and 4-2 overall. We'll be back right after this. You're watching college football on RHIT.TV.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
RHIT.TV here from Rose-Hulman in Terre Haute, Indiana. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon in late October for a clash inside of the HCAC. Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with you. Let's look across the sideline. The Bluffton University Beavers at 4-2 on the season, 2-1 in HCAC play. Chris Hedden is 4-2 in his first season as the head coach at Bluffton, and he's done a great job of getting freshmen going here early. I know some of the players that you want to talk about from the running back standpoint are freshmen. That obviously includes Jamarian Banks and Javion Hudson.
Yeah, those two freshman running backs, they have done a nice job overall this season. Pretty even when it comes to how many rushes they each have and total yards as well. 365 yards off of 63 rushes for Banks. Both of them averaging about 5 rushes a carry.
Let's take a break, and we'll come back and talk about the sophomore quarterback for the Bluffton Beavers on RHIT.TV. We're back here from Terre Haute, RHIT.TV. Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with you as we get ready for this HCAC clash. Before we went to break, we were talking about the quarterback position for Bluffton. Tywan Clark, the sophomore out of Toledo, Ohio. A very, very young Bluffton team. Kind of some of the things that the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers are going through as well. But coming on the road with 2 freshmen and a sophomore quarterback, what challenges could that pose for the Bluffton Beavers?
You know, I mean, playing in front of a home crowd is never easy, especially with this being family weekend here at Rose-Hulman. You're going to have a bigger crowd than expected for this game against Bluffton. But going back to Clark, you know, Bluffton's found their QB1. He's got a high completion rate of about 1,200 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and he can run the ball as well. 92 rushes, over almost 220 yards with 7 touchdowns. So he's responsible for 16 touchdowns and just 3 turnovers.
We talk about the defense of Rose-Hulman, challenges with a triple threat running option really out of the backfield that Bluffton opposes. Obviously, they'll throw the football as well with Clark, as you mentioned, just shy of 1,200 yards on the season, 9 touchdowns, averaging 195 through the air, but he can also get it done on the ground. He leads the team in rushing attempts with 91 rushing yards for 379 yards and 7 touchdowns. So, when they do go to the air, it is efficient, but mostly this Bluffton team likes to keep the football on the ground, and as a defense for Rose-Hulman, you have to stay disciplined and know which player in the backfield has the football.
For sure, and because all 3 of those, like you said, are running threats, and it's a good problem to have if you're Bluffton because you don't necessarily have an RB1 because your 2 running backs split are very even when it comes to split the amount of time that they get on the field. So it just helps out a lot with that.
As we get ready for kickoff, brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors throughout the great state of Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. 317-894-0810. 52 degrees here at kickoff. The Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers won the coin toss. They are in their typical all-gray unis here on Family Day. As mentioned, a lot of possible recruits from the great state of Indiana as well as Illinois and Kentucky are here, possibly to pick Rose-Hulman as their future when it comes to education and football. The Bluffton Beavers white tops, white helmets, and purple pants. Kickoff underway. Low kick to the left side of the 10-yard line, fielded at the 6. Bluffton will look to get a bit of a return here. Lowers the shoulder, tackled at the 27-yard line. So let's go back to that young offense and the dual threat running back position. And that's led by the sophomore quarterback, Tywan Clark, the sophomore, at 6'2", 200 pounds. And if you're Rose-Hulman defensively, you're going to have to stay at home and be disciplined knowing who's carrying that football.
For sure, and it's never easy having those three threats when it comes to running because, I mean, this is going to be a true test here for Rose-Hulman's rush defense.
They'll start with Jamarion Banks in the backfield alongside Tywan Clark. They'll hand it off. Banks tries to get the edge. He does, and some helmet-to-helmet contact right off the bat, kind of sending a message in on the stop. That's number 32, Grant Contrenor, the sophomore. A pickup of about half. So it'll be second down and short here for Rose-Hulman.
A nice gain on first down. Able to go to the outside and get some nice blockage from the right side of the offensive line.
And I think it's what team offensively here, Sean, that can establish the edge to continue to stay in front of the sticks, because we've seen Rose-Hulman multiple times this year. You know, a 2nd and 8 becomes a 3rd and 7, and they're not getting the yardage that they want on 1st and 10. So we got a stoppage of play here. There was a helmet-to-helmet contact. And looks like the officials here have got this one sorted, so it'll be a second down and short. The market is 2nd and 3, ball on the 35-yard line. One-man backfield for Clark. 4 wide set, tight end in the slot. Snap comes, lefty quarterback throws it. Caught at the 40, spins upfield, good enough for a first down. Nice little pitch and catch. This one is completed for a first down to Jay-Sean Wyckoff.
Looked like he slipped a little bit right as he caught the ball, so unable to get a few more yards after that, but still good enough for the first down. Nice start here for Bluffton.
The lefty quarterback, Tywan Clark, and you see why he gets out and can find open receivers. Very poised in the backfield as a sophomore. Marion Banks stays in. Man in motion. 1st and 10. Handoff, and they got tripped up. The sophomore and freshman connection tripped each other up in the backfield, and that's going to go for a loss.
And those kind of mistakes is not what you want if you're Bluffton, especially against this home crowd.
And when you're going to do that option handoff like we just saw, you have to make that decision early and get the football out of your hand, or you will see things like that. You'll see fumbles, and you'll see getting tripped up, and we saw it there. Rose-Hulman will take it, no gain. 2nd and 10, ball on the 43-yard line. Plenty of noise on this side of the field as the Rose-Hulman faithful come to their feet. Play action throw over the middle, going up, getting it, taken out. The ball hit the turf.
It did hit the turf.
And they're going to call it incomplete. A great job here by the side judge. And give it up to number 42, Evan Gass, who went up after the completion, laid the hit, laid the boom, which led to the incompletion. Great call there. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
It looked like a catch until he hit the ground, and just a hard enough hit to get the ball a little loose and have him lose control.
So 3rd down and 10, ball on the 43-yard line. Rose-Hulman looking to get off the field here early in this opening possession offensively for Bluffton. The 4 wide set. Tied in the slot. Under pressure. Stepping up is Clark. Keeps it, and he's tackled short of the first down. Sticks, and Rose-Hulman will get off the field and force a punt on Bluffton's opening drive.
Just great defense there. And got to give it up to the second down play, though, for Gass to be able to get that incompletion. That really set the tone for that 3rd down play.
Augustus Schreirock in on the tackle, and Bluffton will be forced to punt this football away on their opening possession of the afternoon. Wyatt Bell back deep, right around his own 15-yard line. Good snap, rollout kick. Not a lot of hang time over the head of Bell. It's going to take a Bluffton bounce and be fielded right at the goal line. Sean, you can't do it much better than that.
Just perfect, again, a perfect punt that landed right by the goal line.
Drew Michael, the junior punter. Not a lot of hang time on that one, but certainly took a Beaver bounce. And Rose Holman will have to go 99 yards to find the end zone. Difficult here on this first down play. You don't have a lot of wriggle room in the backfield here. Maybe look for a quarterback keeper just to give yourself some more cushion.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from basically a half-yard line. I mean, you could not have gotten any closer to the goal line if you had tried.
Shotgun snap to hand it off to Bell. He'll shimmy, shake, keep the legs churning for about 5 yards, and that's what he does so well out of the backfield when running the football. Is Jay Smith, just to keep those legs churning and get extra yards after contact.
And he's just all over the field when it comes to the offensive side. 457 yards and counting. Gained him about 5 on that one, and now Rose Holman's got a little bit of wiggle room.
They'll hand it off to him again on the delayed draw. They'll pick up 2. So quickly to a 3rd and 3 for the Fighting Engineers on their opening drive.
But again, it's 3rd and very manageable here because it's at the 9-yard line. You need to get to about the 11-yard line to get the first down, so very manageable here. I'd like to see him run it up again.
3rd down and short. Smith's in the backfield. High snap. Hand it off. Finds a hole, spins forward just enough for a first down. So a great job there. Back-to-back-to-back runs. Get 10 yards, move the sticks.
Again, when it's 3rd and that manageable, you're basically a yard and a half away, and now it's a first down. Just some nice running here from Smith.
Smith, 3 rushes for 13 yards on this opening drive offensively for Rose Holman. Clock will stop temporarily to reset the chains. Man in motion. Another run up the middle, another patient run, waits for the hole to come. And a nice pickup there on first down for Smith. Gets half of it. We'll have a 2nd down and 5.
The hole was actually there at the very beginning, and they really closed up awfully quickly. So nice job from the Bluffton defense to be able to limit that damage and only give up about 4 or 5 yards.
Shotgun snap again. Another delayed handoff. Gets the edge, cuts back, breaks out of another tackle. Plenty for a first down. And Jay Smith will run out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A pickup of 14 on 2nd and 5. Move the sticks once again for Rose Holman. Starting to get it churning here on their opening drive.
That was the first time that they had not gone up right up the middle. So able to use the left side of the field and got the first down.
Smith stays in the backfield. Says, forget this towel, I don't need it. It stopped raining here. Sprinkles earlier before kickoff. He'll take the draw again for a pickup of 4. And you got to love having somebody in the backfield that each time he touches the football, he patiently runs and picks up yardage. He hasn't been stopped for a loss yet, and he's done it all via the ground from the goal line now all the way to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, 33 yards alone here on this drive and looking to continue that streak. But you got to wonder when they're going to start passing the ball.
Here it is right here. Quick slant route.
Just cannot get the catch.
Yeah, quick slant route there. And it is off the hands of Payne. The throw is right around his ankles. If he catches that in stride, it's certainly enough for a first down.
Yeah, Porter just cannot catch the ball there, just right off his hands.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 7. Rose Holman has already converted on 1 3rd down. In this opening drive, they'll go to the air. One-on-one coverage down the field. High spiraling pass up for grabs and deflected, incomplete. As Kiney Brantley gets in with the hand and deflects this one away. So both teams forced to punt it on the opening drive offensively here in this one with 9:08 to go in the first quarter.
I will say, though, if you are Rose Holman, you like the way that they moved the ball at the beginning of the drive, got from the goal line to the 34-yard line. That's encouraging to see if you're Rose Holman.
Beatty Insurance Company, which understands your industry and what's on the line for you. Give Lance a call, 812-522-5640. Great punt here.
Wow.
He's going to send the defender back. It's going to bounce. Let's see if it'll hang up. It will. And this one will be down at the 9-yard line.
55-yard punt.
Punter's U here at Rose Holman. And this one is Trevor Segudo, the senior. And he will flip the field position Rose-Hulman started that drive from the 1-yard line. This one will take a Rose-Hulman bounce, fielded and down at the 9-yard line. So we'll see Bluffton's offense on the field for the first time. They had 1 first down on that opening drive, 11 rushing yards, 1 reception. But the incompletion on 3rd down allowed Rose-Hulman's defense to get off the field and hand it back over to the offense. Man in motion. Shotgun snap, handoff out of the backfield, plenty of space, runs into his own man, keeps churning. They're going to mark forward progress to about the 15-yard line. A pickup of 6 on 1st down as bodies fly everywhere, this time on the run. That is number 5, Damian Brockington, the freshman from Tiffin, Ohio.
Yeah, so the top 3 running backs are freshmen, and they all get decent touches. And Brockington just got a nice carry there.
2nd down and short, called 2nd and 3 from the 16. Man in motion. He'll go to the air again. The lefty Clark steps up, plenty of time, throws across the middle. Wide open Cam Page. And he will push it to the 32-yard line, so move the sticks. The second completion on the nice, and a nice pitch and catch. Plenty of time in the backfield there for Clark to step into that throw.
Nice throw there. Over 2 defenders of Rose-Hulman, able to get to Page without any trouble.
So drive continues here for the Beavers of Bluffton. Looking to score first. This is their 2nd drive of this first quarter. Not even the halfway mark of this first quarter. 7:40 to play. 4 in the box for Rose-Hulman. Under pressure. Clark will run with it. Takes a hit. And on 1st and 10 picks up 8. So 2nd down and short on the QB keeper. Clark goes for 8.
Was a nice hit though, but Clark again able just to find the hole and able to get some good yardage. A really nice gain of 9 yards on 1st down. That hit to Damari Bailey, though. That was a nice hit to save the 1st down.
Clark out of shotgun. Brockington in the backfield with him. Tied in motion. Jet sweep action. It'll be a handoff. This one goes to Hudson, gets the edge. He's still on his feet, passes the 40-yard line into plus territory. And a pickup of 18 yards on 2nd and short. And into plus territory for the first time this afternoon goes the Bluffton Beavers.
2nd time they've run that play, and the 2nd time they've had a lot of yards because of that one play. So it wouldn't surprise me if they keep on using that as the game continues.
Yeah, the jet sweep motion there goes for 17. Alone in the backfield is Clark. He's got a 5-wide set. He'll run it to the left side. Tries to get a push forward. Picks up about 2. But in on the tackle there, Gabe Adams. First time we've called his name this afternoon, leading tackler for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers.
Yeah, able to get the stop. Gave about 3 on that one, so able to not give up a whole lot of yardage on that 1st down. That's kind of been a little bit of an issue the last few times for Rose-Hulman's defense.
So
But if you're the Bluffton offense, you love the way first time something going for you this game.
patient offensive set here. We've reached the halfway mark of the first quarter. In the backfield this time is Brockington with Tywan Clark. Man in motion. Goes Wyckoff. Takes the handoff, throws it deep on the run. Caught and into the end zone. Touchdown. Bluffton strikes first from 34 yards out. Braden Hauer, the freshman, puts it in for 6.
Nice throw, able to just find the open man downfield. And you really could not have thrown the ball a whole lot better than that. It was just a very well thrown ball, and not a whole lot to say more about that.
The play action rollout gets Hauer open, and Hauer takes it in to the end zone for a touchdown. Just his 2nd catch of the season, the biggest one of his career. Good snap, extra point is up and good. 5:24 to play in the first quarter. Bluffton strikes first over Rose-Hulman on RHIT.TV.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
I was at Vincennes like 3 years after Carl. We're back here on RHIT.TV as Bluffton strikes first with a 7-0 lead over the Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman. Kick fielded at the 15-yard line. Some blockers ahead. Tries to cut back. He will at the 35. And the ball's loose.
It's recovered by Rose-Hulman.
Rose-Hulman hops back on, maybe gain a few yards on that. We're going to have a flag on the far side of the field. That'll be a sideline warning on Bluffton as Rose-Hulman recovers their own football. Let's take a look back at this touchdown. The play-action rollout frees up the intended target, Howard, for his first career touchdown.
The thing about this play I like is that you have a guy who doesn't get a whole lot of touches, gives him an opportunity, and he takes advantage of it for his first touchdown. Really catches the defense off guard.
So 7-0 Bluffton with 5:15 to play here in this first quarter. Rose-Hulman finds himself down 7-0. They got the rushing game going early in that first drive, but then when they went to the air, a couple incompletions forced a punt on the opening drive for the Fighting Engineers. Adam Yu, the freshman, out of the backfield, man in motion. They'll hand it off. Smith gets past the line of scrimmage, passes the 40 to the 41-yard line, and that's just what he does when he gets the football. It's like 3, 4, 5 yards bare minimum, Sean, every time.
Yeah, especially for this game. He's done a really solid job early here getting the necessary yards on first down to make it second and manageable. They're giving him 4 on that one, but it's closer to 5 if you ask me.
And just shy of the 41-yard line. Shotgun snap, man in motion. Quick screen pass, right side, passes the 40, gets to the sticks and out of bounds, enough for a first down. Nice easy pitch and catch there. Austin Porter, the freshman, enough for a first down.
You could hear that was going to be a screen. It looks like they didn't give him the first down.
Yeah, they're going to mark him just short. So it'll be a 3rd down and 1. Looked from here, Sean, like he got to the mark he needed. Nonetheless, he'll hand it off to Smith, and he'll say, no problem. I'll find the hole and get you a few more into plus territory.
It would have been close to a first down anyways if it was a first down either way.
Pickup of 12 on the 3rd and short. And Rose-Hulman going to show tempo. They'll go quickly. Back to Smith they go. And he's met immediately at the line of scrimmage and tackled back by Trey Stribling, the junior out of Nashville, Tennessee.
You know, you like the effort, though, because you kind of caught the defense off guard when it comes to that long rush. And so able to go back up there and try to draw him off guard again just didn't work out in the favor of Rose-Hulman. Just solid defense there from Bluffton.
So Rose-Hulman now slow the tempo down ever so slightly. In motion will come Joseph Alexion, the junior. And to the bottom of your screen, lined up one-on-one coverage, that is Avery Cody. And we're going to have a flag and a timeout charge to Rose-Hulman. We'll take it with them. 3:16 to play first quarter. Bluffton with the 7-0 lead on RHIT.TV.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
We're back on RHIT.TV. Shotgun snap, man in motion. 2nd down and 9 after the timeout. Yu throws across the middle, finds his target wide open, complete to the 25-yard line. And on 2nd down there, Yu steps up, fires it, finds the other freshman, Avery Cody, for a pickup of 16.
You just looked in control, but then a false start.
And you'll have that when you go with the tempo right after a big play. Got to get set, got to get ready, but a nice pitch and catch there. And this is what we talked about in the outset, Sean, was getting you into position to make high percentage throws. We've seen that here in the first quarter.
And the good news is that now you've seen this throughout the game so far of Rose-Hulman being able to move the ball down the field. So that has not been an issue today, and that's a good sign if you're Rose-Hulman.
Clock rolls under 3 minutes of this opening period. Handoff. Cuts back left side, breaks out of one tackle, and to the 25-yard line. This time it's Alexander Marsteller, the 5'7" junior. Picks up a couple.
Trying to get some reps for next year after Smith is gone.
Yeah.
He's done but that was a nice run there, able to, get them second and, manageable-ish after the 1st and 15.
Smith, one of the best rushers at Rose-Hulman history. Screen pass here, right side. Breaks across the 20-yard line to the 15, and I think this is going to be just shy of the 1st down. So once again, a 3rd and short. Rose-Hulman to go quick.
I'd like to see him hand it off here again, or maybe even do a QB draw.
That was Austin Porter, the freshman. Gets it right to the stick, so 3rd down and 1. They'll hand it off, cut back, plenty for the 1st down and more. Keeps the legs churning inside of the 5-yard line. And on 3rd and 1, Rose-Hulman moves the sticks. It'll be 1st down and goal from the 4-yard line.
And you also got to wonder if these fans are kind of energizing this Rose-Hulman team, because it's a good crowd here.
They'll throw it left side. It'll be enough for a touchdown, but we have a flag on the play on the far side. We'll wait to see if this one holds.
It looks...
Last time Rose-Hulman went quick like that, there was a false start. Flag from the back judge.
Yeah, that was on... That judge flag came from the back judge. It looked like it's an illegal touch or something.
It's going to be on the defense.
On defense, yeah.
So the touchdown pass of 5 yards will stand for Austin Porter, the freshman. The extra point pending to tie it up. Extra point is up, and this one is true. 1:33 to go, 1st quarter. Rose-Hulman ties it back up at 7 on RHIT.TV.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Ensuing kickoff here from Bluffton, taken back to the 32-yard line. Sean, let's go back to the screen pass and the first touchdown of the year on a catch from Porter, but set up from a lot of rushing, and that was Porter on the touchdown, as we just see.
And again, they used that screen pass quite a few times that drive, and it really worked out well for Rose-Hulman.
Fighting Engineers doing a great job on that drive, staying in front of the sticks, picking up that 3rd and 1, and on the ground. By the way, the penalty was an illegal substitution, but Alexander Marsteller did a great job rushing the football, and then Porter from 4 yards on the screen puts it in. Tied up at 7. Quick dump off out of the backfield on the quick pitch and catch to the 40-yard line. Javion Hudson out of the backfield, his first catch of the afternoon.
And again, Hudson and Banks get about even amount of touches, so there really is no RB1.
That drive good for 9 plays, 64 yards, and 3:42 off the clock as we go under 1 minute to play in this first quarter. Handoff out of the backfield. It'll be a quarterback keeper. Clark makes the right decision, but he's met at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be just enough for a first down.
That was a great play because that even fooled me a little bit. I thought Hudson had the ball was going to go to his left, but instead it was a fake handoff, and Clark was able to get the first down.
We'll have one more play here before the end of the quarter, a 5-second differential between play clock and game clock. Wyatt Bell in on the tackle. He has 3 tackles so far this afternoon. Rose-Hulman shows blitz. Delayed draw, plenty of space up the middle, passes the 50, breaks out of a tackle, and turns forward to the 45-yard line. And that's how the opening quarter here in Terre Haute will wrap up. Both teams touchdowns on their second possession of the game. We're tied at 7 after 1 on RHIT.TV.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
Your kid's Friday night touchdown. Just with HD on Roku. IndianaSRN is bringing Central Indiana high school sports right to your living room in crystal clear quality. With over 350 live contests streaming each year, from football under the lights to basketball buzzer beaters, we're putting local athletes in the spotlight. Search IndianaSRN on your Roku device today and never miss a moment of hometown glory.
First play of the second quarter. Bluffton with the football, tied up at 7. Bluffton in the plus territory for the second time. Quick handoff and tackled for a loss of 1. And in on the stop for Rose-Hulman, number 97. That's Augustus Shyrock with his second tackle of the afternoon. The first quarter recap brought to you by Boilermaker Local 371. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in the fields of construction and metal fabrication across the state of Indiana. Whether it's a new build, upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Local 374 to get the job done right the first time. It was Tywan Clark on a pass to Braden Hauer for 34 yards, put Bluffton up 7-0. And then Adam Yu completes it to Austin Porter to tie it up towards the end of the quarter. Gets Sweet Man in motion, stops, grabs it, and pushes it forward. We're going to have a penalty marker and might have been a face mask on Rose-Hulman. We'll await the penalty. Sean, a back and forth first quarter there. Rose-Hulman doing a nice job answering the first touchdown for Bluffton.
Yeah, that was a face mask, so it'll be a 15-yard penalty after the run. But again, a nice answer from Rose-Hulman to keep this a game here, because Bluffton were to go down and score again, that would take all the energy right out of this stadium. And with a good crowd like today, you want the energy.
Piper Logistics, for more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics has been the trusted partners for inventory management, warehousing, fulfillment, and transportation. Right at us today, 317-396-1023. So we'll reset the sticks here after the face mask penalty. It'll be a first down and 10 ball. Now at the 24-yard line, Bluffton looking to answer the Rose-Hulman drive, which led to a touchdown. Bluffton went 91 yards on their last scoring drive. Delayed handoff here on the option play. Clark hands it off. This time it goes to Javion Hudson, and he picks up a nice chunk on first down, 2nd down and 7.
The rush defense has not been terrible for Rose-Hulman today. Have not given up a whole lot of big yardages outside of some screens.
6 in the box. Rose-Hulman shows blitz. Clark takes the snap. He'll throw it. Steps up. He'll keep it. And he'll be tripped by the turf monster and go down at the 22-yard line for maybe a pickup of 2. Excuse me, they'll mark it at the 19-yard line, so it'll be a 3rd down and 5.
They are in field goal range, so.
And you'll have a decision to make depending on what happens here on 3rd down if you're Bluffton. You would think for Rose-Hulman it's a win if you can get off the field, only giving up 3. Hudson in the backfield. 2 tight ends in motion. Handoff. Breaks out of 1 tackle. And he's going to be pushed down past the stick. Stays on his feet. Spins out of another one. And enough for the 1st down. So the 2nd effort out of Hudson gets the 1st down.
That's pure strength. Able to get enough to get the 1st down. So.
And you talk about playing to the whistle, right? That's a perfect example of a running back who says, no, I haven't gone down yet. I'm going to keep churning. You can't let off on those tackles or they'll take it for their 3 or 4 yards. We saw it there.
That was pure strength and able to get 6 on that one.
Cam Page, the freshman tight end at 5'11", is in. As is Wyckoff. And we'll have a timeout. Bluffton will take it with them. 11:35 to go, 1st half. We're tied at 7 on RHIT.TV.
Every person has a story waiting to be told. Mr. Jack comes in every Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
One day I noticed his hat said he was a Korean War veteran. I asked him if he'd ever been to the Korean War Memorial.
No, I never had a chance to go.
That was the day I knew we had to do whatever it took to get him there.
Manny made it happen. I got to go to Washington, D.C. to all the memorials. The World War II Memorial, Naval Memorial, Korean War Memorial. Took all kind of pictures and everything, and it was a good trip, too.
I'm glad that I could be a part of Mr. Jack's story.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at
1st and 10 on the 13-yard line. Bluffton with the football looking to score on a 2nd straight possession. On RHIT.TV, quarterback keeper takes it to about the 11-yard line. Forward progress will take him to the 10, a pickup of 3, 2nd down and 7. Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with you here on RHIT.TV, all squared at 7. A back-and-forth contest so far, but as we talked about, a 3rd down stop did not come for Rose-Hulman. You're still thinking you want to get off the football field here, only giving up 3.
You're doing. It's a true test for the Rose-Hulman defense because this has been a nice little possession going on here for Bluffton. So, test of endurance here for this Rose-Hulman defense to see if they can continue to stop them.
Hudson in the backfield. Clark takes the snap. This time he'll hand it to Hudson, and he's hit hard. He got absolutely lit up. Good to see him get up and give a little dab up. And the big hit comes from Austin Hastings, He lit him up there, totally clean, just momentum play, and stops him short. It'll be a 3rd down and 4 from the 7-yard line. Under center comes Clark. Hudson in the backfield. 2 wide set. Tight end lined up top of your screen, man in motion. We'll hand it off. Cut back, spins, met, short of the end zone line, but enough for a 1st down. This sets up a 1st and goal for Bluffton.
I'm surprised to see him going a little bit slower here.
Yeah, you would think on the moving of the sticks and knowing you're right there, you try to get in, don't allow a substitution, and push this one in. Clark will go under center. Hudson behind. And we might see a tush push here. I'll hand it off to the edge, met immediately, but forward progress into the end zone from 1 yard out for the touchdown. Goes Javion Hudson, and Bluffton back on top, 13-7.
Just eventually just got worn out. A long possession here for Bluffton.
That was a very long drive after a great punt. So this is multiple scoring drives for Bluffton of 85-plus yards. Extra point pending to go up a touchdown. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is good. Bluffton answers right back. 14-7. The Beavers lead Rose-Hulman on RHIT.TV.
A good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity, and that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your student to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to switch this. We're going to switch that. We're going to put that there. We're back here on RHIT.TV. 9:32 to play, first half. Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with you. And Sean, another long drive there leading the points for Bluffton.
It was a very long drive. We're about to see how long the drive was. 6 minutes, 55 seconds. So I estimated about 7 minutes, so I wasn't too far off.
And it was, 80-plus yards there after the nice punt by Rose-Hulman, which flipped some field position, but Bluffton on back-to-back possessions.
But still not over. But this game's still a game here. Rose-Hulman trying to, some would say, surprise some people today.
Yeah, return from the 15-yard line. Spins out of one tackle, spins out another, and a nice pickup there to the 35.
So some more nice starting field position.
So Rose-Hulman with the football, trailing 9:24 to play. Do you think they'd like to flip the script here and flip-flop a 7-8 minute drive to go to the end zone? Rose-Hulman kicked the football off first, so they will get the second half possession.
Well, I think at this point, Rose-Hulman just wants to score.
Handoff, Smith thought twice about it, cuts back, gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. 14-7 here on RHIT.TV. Big day here on campus, so go quick screen pass, bobbled, and he's met immediately by a gaggle of tacklers. Devin Hogan in on the tackle there from Bluffton. And quickly it's a 3rd and long for Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, really no gain on the first 2 plays. And going awfully quick.
That was a 12-play, 68-yard, 6:55 off the clock drive for Bluffton. We got flags galore. That'll be a false start, so a 3rd and 10 becomes a 3rd and 15. And we talk about in this game where most would say Bluffton had a bit of an advantage. It's things like this on 3rd and 10, backing yourself up. That's going to be the difference in staying in this game or giving Bluffton an opportunity to go up multiple scores. So a 3rd down and 15. Brought to you by Dynamark Graphics Group. Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. In the Indianapolis area for over 50 years, Dynamark builds strong relationships through great service. 317-328-2555. Play action. In the pocket, steps up, plenty of time. He's going to shake out of it. Steps up, fires, throws it out of bounds. That ball incomplete. Tried to make something out of nothing there, keeping the play alive. But ultimately throws it over his intended target, and a 3-and-out for Rose-Hulman. They'll be forced to punt the football.
But he is lucky that it was not worse because that was, I mean, he looked dead in the water there, was able to escape a couple of tackles and able to at least get the ball thrown. So a nice play from you to at least not lose any yards on that play.
Looking at some of the stats from this first half so far as the punt comes. It's a good one. It's going to be fielded right about the 32-yard line. Shakes out a one tackle, runs to his own man, and falls forward. So good field position once again for Bluffton.
Some nice starting field position here for Bluffton. Let's see if they can take advantage of that.
Clark 4 of 5 through the air for 68 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown coming from 34 yards. 4 different receivers have caught passes for Bluffton. Hudson, your leading rusher for the Beavers. 10 attempts, 62 yards, and the second touchdown of the game. So right back onto the field goes Rose-Hulman's defense after the offense goes 3 and out. 7:53 to play here, first half. Handoff on the sweep. Gets off his feet. Jumps forward for a pickup of 3 or 4. And you think here Rose-Hulman desperately needing a stop and get the football back to try to score this and tie it up before halftime. Rose-Hulman will receive the second half kickoff.
At this point for Rose-Hulman, you would love to be tied at half. But with the getting the ball at the beginning of the second half, that could change your mindset there.
Quick pass, wide open, plenty of space down the seam to the 30-yard line, and a great pitch and catch there. Nigel Payne hauls it in for a first down. It's Payne's first catch of the afternoon.
Again, just using all of his different receivers.
38 yards there on that completion. They'll go no huddle.
He's had 5 completions to 5 different receivers. Clark has.
I'll look to the air here again on first down. He'll roll out. He'll keep it. Looks for a blocker. Doesn't have one, and he'll simply run out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line. So maybe back to the line of scrimmage no more. And a second down and 10. Rose-Hulman has been in this situation 3 or 4 times in this game with an opportunity with Bluffton's offense right around that 30 to 25-yard line to get off the field. See if they could get yet another stop here on second down.
It seems
that guy's not happy.
Seems like some fans not happy.
We shall see. Second down and 10 from the 30. We'll be at the halfway point of the second quarter when this play ends. Throw right side, caught, back up field, and he's hit short of the 20-yard line. So second and 10 becomes a third down and 1 as Jashawn Wyckoff picks up his second completion of the afternoon.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game, it was more so Bluffton not really getting those 5, 6, 7-yard gains on every play. In this possession, in the last couple of possessions, that's kind of how it's felt for this Bluffton team.
So
being able to move the ball here with a little more ease.
They'll mark it at a 3rd and 2, and Clark will come under center. Man in motion. Handoff, kind of stops at his own foot tracks, goes to the right side, gets the edge, passes the 20 to the 10, and a big-time hit at the 8-yard line. But a second and short. It looked like they could have locked him up in the backfield. Banks rolls out, gets the edge, and picks up a first down.
You want to talk about a patient run. He waited behind his offensive line for a good 2 seconds before he made the decision to go to the right side of the field.
It kind of
and it worked out. It worked out well for him.
Stopped dead in his own tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And then gets the edge to the right side. Drive continues. 1st and goal from the 9. The 3rd straight possession offensively for Bluffton. They found themselves with a goal-to-go situation. Out of shotgun comes Clark. He'll hand it off to Banks. And Banks gets maybe 3 to the 5-yard line. So second down and goal. They actually mark it at the 6.
So yeah, gained a 3 on that one and able to get a couple more yards. You got to wonder after that long possession if the Rose-Hulman defense starting to get a little gassed out there.
Yeah, especially after that 3 and out offensively, as you mentioned. Not much of time to get a rest. The roll out to the right side. Clark keeps it. He's tripped from behind and then tackled for a loss. Augustus Shryock got the edge, tripped him up, and it'll be a 3rd down and goal from about the 6-yard line.
That's a bigger loss than they may seem because instead of it being 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line, it's 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. So, I mean, 3 yards makes a difference, and it could be a difference here between the touchdown and the field goal.
And sometimes here in this red zone, when you get deep into it, the defense has a little bit more of an advantage because offensively, it's like you're in a box. Let's see what they do here on 3rd down. The Rose-Hulman faithful come to their feet. 4 on the play clock. I don't think we're going to get a timeout here. Bluffton will indeed call a timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:15 to play. A big 3rd down coming on RHIT.TV.
A good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity. And that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your students to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
We're back here on RHIT.TV, a big 3rd and 8. Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with you. And Sean, we've talked about this in the last 3 possessions. Rose-Hulman with an opportunity to get off the field on 3rd down. Defense needs to step up here.
They do, and they've given up quite a few 3rd down and longs for the last couple of possessions, and it's really worked out in the favor of Bluffton, which is why they had that 14-7 lead right now, knocking on the door for at least another score.
We'll have a Rose-Hulman halftime guest for you. We'll get you some first half stats as well. Clark now goes in motion. He's the man in the slot. It's going to be a reverse handoff. Payne tries to get the edge, and he's tripped up. A big-time tackle, and off the field comes Rose-Hulman. Augustus Shryock one more time with the tackle for loss, and it's a 4th down.
Rose-Hulman read that perfectly. Able to see the trickery happen and just held them. And this is the type of stop that they need. So this is a really big stop for Rose-Hulman because instead of it being a potentially 2-touchdown game, it could just be a 10-point lead for Bluffton if they do complete this field goal.
Sorry, it was Rudy Griffin, one of the leading tacklers on this Rose-Hulman team, number 57, that stood his ground and makes the stop. 34-yard field goal attempt is up, and it is good. So Rose-Hulman holds Bluffton to 3 with 2:25 to go in the first half. Bluffton, 10-point leaders over Rose-Hulman.
Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. It all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Lose the Rose-Hulman women's soccer team, a part of a girl-boy doubleheader, about 300 yards to our east with a 4-0 win over Bluffton. Men's team about underway, and volleyball lost inside of the field house 3-1 to Hanover. Ensuing kickoff after Bluffton completes a drive with a field goal, and Rose-Hulman will have 2 timeouts, 2:21, the 2-minute timeout try to get points on the board here before halftime. Important because you're down 2 possessions, but you do get that second half kickoff.
And that's kind of where Rose-Hulman's thought process might change, because if you're normally down by 10 right now with 2 minutes to go in the first half, you could be kind of drowning. You're like kind of starting to panic. But because you have the ensuing return in the second half, you're able to potentially tie or take the lead here if you are able to score in both of your possessions.
So Rose-Hulman with the football. Risk Work, we make people feel safe. We protect your business. You live safe. We've got it covered. 3 on the play clock. They'll get the snap. They'll hand it off. Smith gets some room, and on 1st and 10 picks up 8. Today's broadcast is a copyright production of the HCAC and IndianaSRN. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of IndianaSRN, RHIT.TV, and the HCAC is prohibited. On 2nd and 3, they go to the air. Ball thrown to the feet of Avery Cody. Incomplete. So another offensive possession, Sean, for Rose-Hulman, and quickly to 3rd down.
I don't hate that play though, because you got a good amount of yardage on the first down, and on the second down, try to get the first down there, and then you get close to the first down on the 3rd down. Actually, you do get the first down on the 3rd down, and now 2-minute warning will happen.
And who else besides Jay Smith? Oh, reliable. 2-minute timeout, 1:59 to go, first half. Rose-Hulman trying to get back into this one. They trail 17-7.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org.
Now,
Marina,
he's going to show me. We're back here on RHIT.TV, where you always have a front row seat. Bluffton 17-7. Rose-Hulman, Sean, with the football. 2 timeouts. They've converted a first down on this drive. 2 minutes to go. Bare minimum, you're going to get yourself into field goal range, which seems to be about the 20, 25-yard line.
And if you are Rose-Hulman, you also know that I believe the clock stops on every first down here in the final 2 minutes as well. So if you do get the first down, you got to get up to the line of scrimmage awfully quickly no matter what.
Look to throw. You throws across his body, caught up in the air, just to the sticks. It'll be enough for a first down, and a nice pitch and catch there goes to Ben Klein, the tight end, the senior. And 1:41. So 1:54 in the game clock. It'll stop on the moving of the chains. It was a close call. Right around midfield. Rose-Hulman getting what they need here. A little bit quick handoff. Smith, plenty of opportunity, plenty of space, and he's inside the 40-yard line. A 14-yard pickup for another first down.
Smith had himself a very nice first half here. Now getting to about 70-ish yards this game, and then it looks like it'll be another false start potentially on Rose-Hulman.
Flags on the play on this one.
3rd down, 3rd time that, if it is on Rose-Hulman, it'd be the 3rd time that the hurry offense has caused a false start.
Laborers International Union of North America, LIUNA, we're the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages and benefits, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. We are LIUNA. Great afternoon here from Terre Haute, RHIT.TV, as the Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman looking to find points before the end of this first half. Went back and forth in that first quarter, and a field goal here, the only scoring. That belongs to Bluffton.
False start will not help out with that.
1st and now 15. Yu looks, plenty of time, throws it, and incomplete. He had a wide open Austin Porter across the seam, just overthrew him. And 2nd down and 10, and you talk about timing with the freshman quarterback, we certainly saw it there.
Again, But it's also not the worst thing in the world because you also do stop the clock, but it is second down and long. Bobbles the snap.
Gets it off to Smith, who
Wow.
has plenty of space. He needed 15 to get the first down, and they're going to mark him right at the sticks. And
Wow.
they'll move it. They'll move the chain. So Bluffton thinking pass. Smith gets the handoff, and all reliable, the Evansville, Indiana native. He'll get it here again. Tries to get the edge. Very patient runner, lowers the shoulder. Picks up 6, so minute 7 to go here. Still 2 timeouts on the board for Rose-Hulman. They etch ever closer to the fringe of field goal range, but they're thinking 6. Bobble the snap again. Yu looks to throw across the middle. It is going to be caught at the 15-yard line for a first down. Avery Cody moves the sticks.
Now, at what point, if you are Rose-Hulman, do you call the timeout?
I think when you need to, right? You get a little bit of a stoppage there at the first down. Smith hands it off, gets the handoff to the 10-yard line. And 38 seconds, it continues to roll. Fans want that timeout. Not going to get it.
I don't know, because at this point, they're playing fast, and it's kind of working out, except on that play, and now you call timeout.
You definitely take it here. So 26 seconds to go. You use the timeout. And we'll keep it right here on the timeout. So a great drive here by Rose-Hulman, which is exactly what the doctor ordered, but you have to finish this final 20 seconds, Sean, with points.
You do. The good news is you are well in field goal range. So how do they continue to move the ball, even though they are in field goal range?
We'll have stats for you coming up at halftime. We'll have a feature halftime guest from Rose-Hulman. Get you set for the second half keys as well. And Rose-Hulman here. Smith's been great on the ground, Sean, but a 3rd down and 5. I think before you can score, you want to make sure you convert on this 5 yards to give yourself a couple more downs to get it in the end zone.
And then you will have another timeout. So right now the goal is the first down because you still have a timeout plus the clock stops on first down.
So Rose-Hulman with the football. Down 2 possessions. Looking to end this half on a high. He'll go to the air. Yu throws. Batted down. He catches it. Yu catches it. Runs it forward. You'll have to get a timeout here with 20 seconds and a 4th down. I don't think he got to the sticks, but you got to use that last timeout. So sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. It bounces back to Yu. He shuffles it forward to just shy. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. So a 4th and 5 here. No timeouts left. I think you got to take the 3 points.
You do. Can't get over that play.
Very, very heads up, to say the least.
It's not the first time we've seen it all this year here in the state of Indiana as well.
Gets bounced back to him. But I think here it is. Yeah, just a big paw gets in the way, bats it down, and Yu takes it on the run.
The Bluffton defenders kind of just stopped moving.
Yeah.
So that's how Yu was able to get the ball and, not lose any yardage.
So from here, it's a 28-yard field goal.
I think you take the points.
I think you do as well.
Yeah, looks like they're going to send out the kicker.
Trevor Seguda will boot it from 28 yards out to make this a 7-point game and try to go 2 for 1 here and flip-flop it with Rose-Hulman getting that second half opening kickoff. Good snap. Kick is up.
Yep.
And this one is true. 14 seconds left. Rose-Hulman with a nice drive there to get points. 17-10, Bluffton with the lead. So Rose-Hulman doing a great job there of really taking as much time off the clock as they could and ending it with points. Different kind of mindset, Sean, going into the halftime down just 1 possession, especially knowing you get it to start the second half.
It is, and that's what I was saying earlier, is now you're only down by 1 score, which means you could tie at the next possession if you do score a touchdown.
So Rose-Hulman putting together a nice drive on RHIT.TV. We'll have stats at halftime. And a great answer there after 10 straight points from Bluffton. Rose-Hulman. Pretty even so far when it comes to some of the stats here. 11 first downs for Bluffton, 10 for Rose-Hulman. We'll have more stats for you coming up here at halftime. But a nice drive there. It goes 11 plays, 63 yards, and ends with the field goal. A little pop-up kick here. It'll be fair caught at the 30-yard line.
That's interesting because now Bluffton with a timeout in 13 seconds and a quarterback with a strong arm, you have a chance to get into field goal range.
Yeah, you've got one timeout and 14 seconds. You could obviously use the edges. You can obviously get a quick stopping of the clock with a first down. And a quick change of footballs. Ball on the 30-yard line. We'll see how they try to play this. You also risk, a turnover or a loss, and you have yourself backed up. So Bluffton will take their final timeout, which is interesting now because that comes off the board, and you don't have an opportunity to stop the clock if needed. Now, if you could swing the football and find yourself out of bounds to stop the clock, I think if you're Bluffton, you're content with taking a 17-10 lead in the halftime.
Especially with how Rose-Hulman's been moving the ball here for most of this game.
So with 14 seconds to go.
So they're just going to kneel it.
Yeah, it looks like they're in victory formation to kneel this one out.
Could be a fake kneel.
We'll see. Your thoughts, though, on this first half? Kind of back and forth, but a nice job there by Rose-Hulman to get 3 before the end of the half.
Yeah, just a nice first half overall played. Some good offense from both sides. You looked pretty solid, and as did for Rose-Hulman, as did Clark did for Bluffton. So, some nice play from both these sides, and it'll be interesting to see how both teams respond in the second half.
And I think we'll think about the end of that possession for Bluffton, which Rose-Hulman finally got a stop on third down, which led to the field goal. That put Bluffton up by 10, 17-7. But then, with just over 2 minutes on the clock, Rose-Hulman did a great job of moving the football into field goal range and answering with 3 themselves to make this a one-possession game heading into halftime here from Rose-Hulman. We'll have stats for you coming up at halftime. We'll have an awesome Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineer guest. So Rose-Hulman, again, down 17-10. And Sean, let's go through some things as well. Kind of slow to get off of the grind there offensively for Rose-Hulman. But what are your thoughts on what you see? Great defensive stop there, which led to the 3 points.
And again, both these defenses kind of look a little bit tired at the end. So good time for halftime as well. But for Rose-Hulman, going back to you, he had a nice first half, 8 of 13 passing, and had a really nice last possession. Was able to escape some tackles and was able to get the ball down the field, and let alone Smith complimented him very well as well.
Yeah, here
he comes into this game averaging just about 3 yards a carry. He's averaging 6 today.
You want to talk about even first downs? Bluffton with 11, Rose-Hulman with 10, 25 rushing attempts to 19. But the rushing yards, Rose-Hulman with the advantage at 116 over Bluffton at 112. 8 receptions for Rose-Hulman, 6 for Bluffton. Although Bluffton with that big completion early in that first quarter, they have 99 passing yards compared to Rose-Hulman's 54. And Tywan Clark for Bluffton, 6 of 7, while U is 8 of 13. Both teams averaging 5+ yards per throw. No turnovers in this one besides the one fumble from Rose-Hulman, which they recovered. Bluffton was not penalized. Rose-Hulman, 4 penalties for 31 yards and the third down efficiency. Both doing a great job of keeping drives alive. Third down efficiency for Bluffton, 3 of 5. Rose-Hulman, 4 of 7. When we come back, we'll break down the first half. Look ahead to the second half. You're watching college football on RHIT.TV. We're at recess. Bluffton leads at 17-10.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We're back here on the halftime show on RHIT.TV, powered by IndianaSRN from Rose-Hulman. A back and forth first half contest between the Fighting Engineers and the Bluffton Beavers. Bluffton with a 17-10 halftime advantage, but Rose-Hulman doing a great job there late in the second quarter of getting off the field on third down, forcing Bluffton into a field goal, which led to a drive of 8 plays, and Rose-Hulman notches home a 28-yard field goal to make this a one-possession game. 17-10 is where we stand here at recess. And to certainly note, Rose-Hulman will get the football to start the second half, as they won the toss and deferred to the second half, as teams usually do. So Rose-Hulman will have the football coming out of halftime with an opportunity to tie this one up. We saw some of the team stats. Let's take a look at the individual leaders here. And let's start defensively for Rose-Hulman. Wyatt Bell with 7 tackles, Gabe Adams with 5, as well as Rudy Griffin. Rudy Griffin with a touchdown-saving tackle there in that second quarter. Adam Yu with 54 yards through the air for Rose-Hulman. Tywan Clark with 99. And your scoring here, Javion Hudson on the touchdown run from 2 yards out for Bluffton. Braden Howard on the 34-yard touchdown reception got the scoring going. And Austin Porter on that 4-yard screen pass scored the touchdown, the lone touchdown here for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. And the drive summaries, when it comes to scoring, Bluffton went on a 6-play, 91-yard drive. That was answered by Rose-Hulman's 9-play, 64-yard drive. That tied us up at 7. And Javion Hudson on that touchdown run from 1 yard out capped off a 12-play, 68-yard, 6:55 drive by Bluffton. That got things started in the second quarter, a high-scoring second quarter. Drew Michael buried home a 26-yard field goal after a 9-play, 51-yard, 5:28 drive. And Trevor Segudo matched that effort with a 28-yard field goal of his own for Rose-Hulman. 13 plays, 63 yards, 2:07 off the clock. And again, Rose-Hulman had the football with 2 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout with 2:28 to play. They managed to go 63 yards to get themselves into scoring range, into field goal range. And that capped off an exciting second quarter, teams going back and forth, which leads us to a 17-10 Bluffton lead. First down's about even, 11 for Bluffton, 10 for Rose-Hulman. Rushing yards, as mentioned, 116 to 112 in favor of Rose-Hulman. The passing battle currently being led by Bluffton, 99 yards through the air, just 54 through the air for freshman Yu. for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. RHIT.TV, 6 of 7 through the air for Clark, while U is 8 of 13, a very efficient first half. Back and forth, not too many momentum-type stealing plays. Rose-Hulman has hung in this game. A lot of people thought that would not be the case, but the Fighting Engineers, behind a great crowd here in Terre Haute on a 52-degree overcast October afternoon. We appreciate you being with us here. A huge day on campus, and Rose-Hulman girls volleyball fell earlier today to Hanover 3-1, but the girls soccer team with a 4-0 victory. Just moments ago, that one wrapping up here on the campus of Rose-Hulman before the boys will battle it out also on RHIT.TV. A beautiful time in the state of Indiana. Obviously, college football huge right now. Rose-Hulman looking for their second win inside of HCAC play. They are 1-1 so far on the season, with a record of 1-5 overall. But if you look at the tough schedule that they have played, they opened up here back in September against DePaul. They have to go at Trine and at Albion. That's a very tough September schedule for Rose-Hulman, setting themselves up to be battle-tested when they reach HCAC play. Lost at home here to Hanover, who is currently 3-0 in the conference and one of the top teams inside of the HCAC. Rose-Hulman goes to Franklin 2 weeks ago, a 1.35-34 win. And then last week at Bolden Wallace, they give up 52 points and a 52-20 loss. But again, Rose-Hulman has dominated the series against Bluffton, 18-3 overall, 8-2 here in Terre Haute, 10-1 on the road, a 10-game winning streak. And Rose-Hulman won this game last year 52-10, so they want to continue that 10-game winning streak. Rose-Hulman's going to have to come out firing here in the second half. They do get the opening kickoff to start this second half, which will be key for Rose-Hulman after a late field goal in the second quarter got them within one possession. We want to thank Officially Human. Our mission is to restore respect for game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and court. Do your part, practice good sportsmanship. No officials, no game. We'll get some more stats, some keys to the second half, and more. You're watching college football at recess. Rose-Hulman trails 17-10 on RHIT.TV.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org.
We're back here on RHIT.TV at recess. Bluffton with a 17-10 halftime lead over Rose-Hulman. Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with you. A heavy dose in that first half of Jay Smith running the football, 16 attempts, 97 yards, and an average of 6.1 per carry, Sean.
He's been phenomenal thus far for Rose-Hulman, has been really the factor of why Rose-Hulman is still in this game.
And that has set up their passing game, and it's been pretty consistent for you. 121 QBR, 8 completions on 13 attempts, 61% for 54 yards and that touchdown strike on the screen play. A well-balanced offensive attack here for Rose-Hulman in that first half.
Big time, and being able to get completions as well on the offensive side, that definitely helps out a lot. Although we should mention out the fact that one of the completions was to himself late in the second quarter, which was really funny to see. But Cody's been solid for them. Porter's been solid for them. Klein had a catch. And 8 for 13 for someone who came in with about a 50% passing rate or passing completion rate. You would take that all day long.
Late in that second quarter, as mentioned, Rose-Hulman's defense got off the football field with about 2:24 to go. They gave up just 3. How do you build off of that defensive stop if you are Rose-Hulman, knowing that you could come out here in this second half with the football and tie it up with a touchdown?
Well, you got to talk about the defense as well, because the defense had 2 long drives for Bluffton, because Bluffton just kept on converting on almost every down. And so, they were on the field for most of that second quarter. So to start off, they get a long rest to be able to re-energize and stuff. And now for Rose-Hulman, you're coming back out here thinking we score in the first possession. It's a tie game.
Avery Cody, the freshman, has 2 catches for 25 yards. Porter has 4 for 17 and the lone touchdown for Rose-Hulman in that first half. It is a great day here from Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. A lot of parents have made the trip to Terre Haute. A lot of upcoming possible recruits that want to play on the next level here at Rose-Hulman on campus today. We've got you covered here on RHIT.TV with our great cast of characters, bringing you the pictures, bringing you the colors here from Rose-Hulman. Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with you. When you look back at Bluffton's offensive attack, right, in Rose-Hulman, you got to know who has the football. What defensive adjustments do you need to see Rose-Hulman make?
Well, mainly in the second quarter, you saw them giving up those 5, 6, 7 yards on first down or second down. And then it ended up being third and manageable for Bluffton. You gotta limit the yards on first and second down so that it could be a third and long, and that way you have a better chance of getting off the field and getting the ball back.
As we mentioned, a very even first half, really, especially offensively, back and forth. It was Bluffton striking first on their second possession of the game to go up 7-0. Rose-Hulman answered that with a late score in the first quarter to make it 7-7. And then a quick touchdown from Bluffton after a field goal. It was 17-7. Rose-Hulman going 2 for 1 there, really, towards the end of the first half, getting the field goal with just 14 seconds on the clock, which then led to, obviously, them receiving this second half kickoff after winning the toss. So when we come back, we'll take a look at the second half keys and get you squared and ready to roll. Rose-Hulman trailing at halftime 17-7 on RHIT.TV.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt.
Insulting referees.
Threatening officials.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes.
Violent language in the stands.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot. It's not a game.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150-mile-an-hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
Welcome back. RHIT.TV Bluffton with a 17-10 lead over Rose-Hulman here at halftime on RHIT.TV. Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with you. Looking back at some of those first half stats, and I think if Rose-Hulman is going to come back in this one, a big number that sticks out, time of possession. Rose-Hulman possessed the football for just 10 minutes and 51 seconds in that first half. It was 19:09 on the clock, possessed for BU, and Bluffton controlling that tempo. But Rose-Hulman will have an opportunity to control here to start the second half. How big is that to go 2 for 1 possibly here to tie this one up?
That would be huge for Rose-Hulman, especially being, as some would consider, underdogs here against this Bluffton team who's had a really nice start to the season. You know, I'm also looking at something else, though. Here's something interesting. You mentioned that the time of possession is about double, but when it comes to play and yards, dead even when it comes to the amount of plays. Yeah. 32 for each team.
And so, first downs as well, 11 and 10 in favor of Bluffton. Both teams 2 for 2 inside of the red zone.
So I guess just really a different style that both these teams have had.
Yeah, 32 plays each. About as even as it can get for a 7-point game. Bluffton with the lead. Rose-Hulman to receive the second half kickoff. For Rose-Hulman, Jay Smith, as mentioned, 16 carries, 97 yards on the ground, averaging 6 yards per carry. Alexander Marsteller, who we saw on that second quarter drive, 3 carries, 19 yards. Porter has 4 catches on 6 targets, including the 6-yard touchdown screen. The lone tutty here in the first half.
Look at the nice crowd that's on hand here today at Rose-Hulman.
Can you see me wave on the screen? Nope, I sure can.
Well, maybe a little bit through the shadows. Oh, they're trying to zoom in on us.
Yeah, great fighting
wrong
engineer.
Window. That's the wrong window.
That's all right.
There we go.
Great fighting engineer crowd here. It's football weather, right? Like if you're ready and you want to be a part, your goal in high school football is to be playing at this time of the year. Obviously, sectionals last night for classes 1 through 4A in the state of Indiana. 5 and 6 will get kicked off next Friday as we itch ever closer to Halloween. And then obviously the start of the month of November, which leads to regional semi-states and then the high school state championships. And if you're Rose-Hulman, you certainly want to get your second win of the HCAC play coming up here today. You got an opportunity to do it, down 17-10. Hanover 3-0. They lead the HCAC standings. Bluffton at 2-1 alongside MSJ. Franklin at 1-1. Rose-Hulman at 1-1. Manchester and Anderson are winless inside of conference play. Ball's booted. Fielded at the 5-yard line to get the second half underway. Plenty of room, but can't get the edge. And he's going to be spun down, but lands on the defender. Gets right back up, does Alexion. Picks up a few more yards.
Actually a really smart play. Just really good awareness from the returner to note that he was not down. Got him an extra 5 yards. Take a look at this. Take a look at this again. Let's see if he was down. Nope, he never was down. So really good awareness from Rose-Hulman.
Great heads up there. So Rose-Hulman will start this possession at the 20-yard line, looking for 7 to tie it up. Up the middle, Smith with another carry that puts him over 100 yards on the afternoon. And on 1st and 10, he picks up 5.
That's about as quick as you can get 5 yards, just straight up the middle. And it was 1 second, and boom, he was down, but still got a gain of 5. A nice rush.
Hit on the initial handoff, short of the stick, so it'll be a 3rd down and 2 quickly here on the opening drive.
He actually held out the ball, tried to stick the ball out as far as he could. And I'm surprised you're on 3rd and 2 if that Smith isn't in again. They have someone else in instead.
Handoff here, tries to get to the outside to the 30, just shy of the 30. And I think it's going to be 4th down and 1. Decision time here early in the second half.
4th down and half a yard.
For Coach Sokol.
Do you go for it? Yeah, I think you go for this because it's less than it's like half a yard. The spot wasn't the greatest either, but they
got him to jump, so you line up and you try to get that hard count.
And how big could this be for Rose-Hulman? Because now, instead of potentially trying to hold him out to try to fake him out, which they did, instead of punting, it's a 1st down, and that could really change the momentum of a game.
So we'll remember this play as the chains move, enough for a 1st down. And a nice push forward there by the offensive line.
Got about 6 on that one.
Yeah, Marsteller with his 5th carry of the afternoon. Right just short of the 40-yard line, 2nd down and 4. Another shotgun snap. Marsteller again takes the contact, and he's going to be just shy of the 1st down marker, so a 3rd down and 1 here for Rose-Hulman.
And here comes Smith again to check back in, and I'd like to see Smith run up the ball again.
We call him all reliable for a reason.
He's had a very nice game so far, over 100 yards already.
Big 3rd and 1 here, ball on the 43. Smith takes it.
Oh yeah, he's got that and more.
Yeah, kind of jumps into that hole.
He got about 10 on that one. Wow, what a run.
Into plus territory.
Pure muscle from Smith.
And Rose-Hulman moves the sticks for the 3rd time of this opening drive in the second half. This drive brought to you by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent, proudly representing Ohio Mutual. Call them today, 317-894-7000 for coverage tomorrow. We'll hand it off once again. Smith with a burst out of the backfield on 1st and 10, picks up 9. Over 125 yards rushing here in this one so far for Smith.
He's just been unreal today. This is a different Smith than what this team has seen a lot of this season. Because as I mentioned, comes into this game with over 150 rushes, but just 457 yards. He already has 125 yards plus today on 19 carries.
I'll look for more here. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Officially now 21 carries for 124 yards.
6.2 per rush, which is double his average coming into this game.
So another 3rd down and short. Rose-Hulman 3 for 3 on this drive so far.
Now, do you fake the run here and try to get an open man?
I think you stick with what works, correct? Like if Smith's in the backfield there, maybe a misdirection. 10 seconds on the play clock.
Because they just lost a yard on that rush.
U comes in, man in motion. There's the handoff. Smith, plenty of space, spins back, and it's going to come back in a hold. Holding on, it's like John Avalon, number 69. Officials will talk about it. Yep. There's a pancake block, took him to the ground, and the 3rd and short, which went for a 1st down, will now come back.
That's a big call.
It's a big-time penalty, so just past the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be a 3rd down and 12 at the 47-yard line. Man. A drive that had plenty of momentum going early in this second half. See if they can pick up 11 yards here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap. U looks, steps up, fires across the middle off the fingertips.
There's a flag, though.
And we've got a flag. And I think it's going to be a pass interference. The contact got there too early. And a big break there for Rose-Hulman.
Holding on the defense.
So defensive hold as they came across the middle.
Take a look at that again. Oh, yeah, you could see it well before the ball was thrown that it was hold.
Got a little hand on the jersey there.
He was held, so brings it back to a first down from inside the 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10 at the 37. Opening drive of this second half for Rose-Hulman. They can tie it with a touchdown and the extra point. Man in motion. Hands it off. Smith patiently runs to the 35-yard line, just shy of the 35. Pickup of 2 on first down. Kind of a back and forth drive here. Rose-Hulman's gotten themselves into 3rd and short situations on multiple occasions. Then on that 3rd and long with the holding, they move the sticks. Takes the snap, throws it across the body. It's caught.
Does the ball hit the ground?
They're gonna
nope. Say catch.
They're gonna say Ben Klein caught his 2nd catch of the afternoon.
So it makes it now 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5. Rose-Hulman 4 for 4 on this drive. Only 3 counted after the football was brought back on the penalty on the hold on the last 3rd and short. Little misdirection. Smith has it. Good blocking ahead of him. Gets right to the sticks.
You going to give it to him? Yep, they are.
And they're going to give it to him. So 4 for 4 on this drive on 3rd and short, converting into first down for Rose-Hulman. Drive continues inside of the 30-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 from the 27.
And, now these Rose-Hulman fans starting to feel a little bit here. This possession going on about 6 minutes.
We'll hand it off. Plenty of room, plenty of blocking up front.
Another first down.
And this time it's Alexander Marsteller.
The O-line has been very nice so far today for this Rose-Hulman team.
Marsteller now 7 carries, 40 yards. They'll go quick. Marsteller will get it again. We're going to have flags on this one. And there's going to be too many men on the field, I believe, for Bluffton. It's getting intense here from Rose-Hulman. Too many men on the field there. Rose-Hulman's drive will add more yardage to it. They'll mark it off from the 21-yard line. This one will go now down to the 16, a 5-yard penalty.
It's a good game when you see the student section starting to get into it.
I need to hear more of the band. I haven't heard enough of the band here.
Well, I think they're on lunch break right now, just like we were at halftime. Or just like I was, I should say.
We're going to have movement up front, and it's going to be...
Ends up going back to being 1st and 10.
Yeah, so this one's going to be charged to Landon Cahoon. So back and forth, penalties traded off, offset them. And it'll be first down. Guess it all comes out on the wash as they move it back to the 21-yard line. Play call comes in from head coach Jeff Sokol on a 1st and 10. Ball to 16. They'll go to the air. Quick screen pass. Caught in the backfield by Marsteller. Spins out of a few tackles inside the 10-yard line. Mark him at the 9. Pickup of 7. That's 2nd and short.
That play worked really well in the first half, and so far working pretty well here in the second half.
Rose-Hulman goes quickly. Hand it off, and nowhere for Marsteller to go.
Yeah, they saw that happening. Oh!
A little extracurricular after the play, but nothing called. Another big 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and short. Rose-Hulman 4 for 4 on 3rd and 4 or less on this drive.
The good news is that they are in field goal range, but they're not thinking 3. They're thinking 6 right here.
Did he
get it? Oh, it's close.
Get enough for a first down. We'll see where forward progress marks him just shy of the 5-yard line.
You got to go for this.
I think you got to bring in an extra blocker. Yeah, big 4th and 1 here coming up for Rose-Hulman. Substitutions on both sides.
You got to go for this. Give this one to Smith. Just have him go up the middle.
All reliable. We'll see if they go with a delayed draw. 4th and 1 from the 7. 15 on the play clock. And a tight end lineup to the right side, and we're going to have a flag. It's going to be a false start on Rose Holman. So an opportunity to keep this drive going on 4th and 1. Now it becomes 4th and 6, and you'll have to bring in the field goal unit.
That's the 5th false start on Rose Holman this game.
Sometimes beating yourself becomes the headline.
You know, they've done it. They've played a fairly nice game, but just something to work on, those false starts, because those can really kill a possession.
Segudo from 30 yards out. Good hold, kick is up, and this one is true. So a long drive ends in 3 points for Rose Holman. The opening drive of the second half. Bluffton holds on to a 17-13 lead on RHIT.TV.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
Sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Kickoff return at the 20-yard line.
They had a whole lot of Bluffton players there, and
somebody
someone's face mask just came off.
You don't see that.
So someone missed a...
lost the face mask.
It was a...
somebody missed a screw?
Or did someone...
while bolting it in?
Did someone maybe miss a face mask on the call? You don't see that a lot.
Yeah,
you don't see that very often at all.
Those don't come off on their own. 17-13 here. Bluffton with the lead. And Sean, you really felt like they needed to get 7 there, and that 4th and 1 false start cost them points on a handoff on first down here.
They did, but right now what Rose Holman needs to do is not give up a touchdown.
Yeah.
Because then it would make it a 2-possession game. If they want to stay in this game, they gotta get a stop here. But if you're Bluffton, you feel you like the way the ball's moving, especially since the second quarter has started.
That was a 19-play, 68-yard 7:41 off the clock drive, which led to the second 28-yard field goal from Segudo. Here's a run, and then immediately just short of the sticks, so Bluffton will have a 3rd and short as well. Saw plenty of that on that last possession for Rose Holman. So Rose Holman, the fans will get up. Bells will be ringing.
I mean, it's a good crowd, and it's an electric crowd. It has been the entire game.
Man in motion. 3rd and 1.
Where's the defense sign?
They'll hand it off. Gets the edge. Gets tripped up. But enough for the first down on the run. Goes Nigel Payne, the wide receiver, lining up out of the backfield.
Nice run there for Bluffton. And another conversion on 3rd down. Now 4 of 6 on 3rd down conversions.
And we've talked about, especially in that late drive in the second quarter, Sean, Rose Holman had multiple chances to get off the football field on 3rd down and just couldn't do it.
Yeah, first quarter they did a nice job with that. Second quarter they kind of struggled a little bit.
Lone backfield. Clark under pressure, looks to throw across his body, fires it complete past the 50-yard line. No, they're going to call him out of bounds. Incomplete.
I'm not so sure that wasn't completed.
And Bluffton's coaching staff right on top of that one.
Wow.
I thought it was a catch, turn to run, but he must have landed out of bounds. Let's see, great picture here. Yeah, that.
The right foot's the one that's in question. We are on the other side of the field, so it's hard for us
right
to
is
tell.
in, left is down.
Yeah, but it's college. You only need one foot in.
Yeah, so I thought that should have been a catch. 2nd and 10.
Well, that's a big stop on first down because now it's not 5, 6, or 7 yards. And here's another big stop on 2nd down.
Here's a big pursuit in the backfield, and Joseph Collivers gets in there for the tackle for loss, and a 3rd and long coming up here for Bluffton. And you have to think some of that momentum can be shifted back to Rose-Hulman here, Sean, if they can get off the football field on 3rd and 17.
This is the longest 3rd down that Bluffton's had today. So a very good opportunity here for Rose-Hulman. They do not want to let up yet. They still have to get one more stop. But this fan base starting to feel it here. No, it's a big down.
Out of shotgun. Clark looks, fires it deep downfield, has a man, comes back for it, caught at the 20-yard line, and a 3rd and 17. A 40-yard play, enough for a first down.
He was wide open.
A 3rd and 17, a backbreaker here in the 3rd quarter. A 40-yard pass, and the drive continues for Bluffton. Sean, just something you can't have. So inside the 20, the red zone for Bluffton. Quarterback keeper Clark has it. He's stuffed immediately and brought backwards. Forward progress will give him a pickup of 1. Talk about 3rd downs. We talked about it before the play, Sean, the importance of Rose-Hulman getting off the field. And on 3rd and 17,
I'm surprised with the zone that Rose-Hulman was playing that they were able to get a man that wide open 40 yards down the field.
Give credit to the offensive line of Bluffton for the protection.
And a great throw from Clark.
Yeah, Clark, plenty of time, delivered it on the money. 2nd and 9 from the 19. Clark keeps it on the rollout, stops, throws it, and it's going to skip off the turf. Great pursuit, great quarterback pressure there by Evan Gass.
Now another 3rd and long here, and in the red zone, so field goal range here for Bluffton, and that's if you're Rose-Hulman after that long completion, you're okay with that because it's still a 1-possession game.
Now you're looking at a 37-yard field goal. A little bit of wind.
Not as much as we had earlier this week.
Yeah, not much to.
That was crazy.
Sway it either way. Shotgun snap, 3 wide receivers set. Clark steps up in the pocket, under pressure, jump throws, caught and tackled short of what he needed for the first down. It's going to be at the 11-yard line. They needed 9. They got 8. What do you do here on 4th and short?
One way or another, you're going to need a touchdown if you're Rose-Hulman to win the game or tie the game. So it doesn't really make much of a difference here other than a potentially tie versus loss if Rose-Hulman's able to score a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think if you're Bluffton here, it's 4-down territory. It's
I agree.
4th and 1. You've got an opportunity to go up 2 scores with a touchdown. And even if you don't get it, you're handing the football over to Rose-Hulman with plenty of time from the 11-yard line. Bluffton will think about it. We'll take a break on RHIT.TV. Big 4th down coming up.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move? It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games.
Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with your big fourth down here. Watch for the hard count, Sean. Let's see what Bluffton can do on 4th and 1. Come in motion, handed off, kind of got swept up, and it's going to be close.
Did he get it?
I don't think he did. Is Rose-Hulman going to get off the football field on a huge stop here on 4th down?
Yes.
They will.
Wow.
Bluffton goes for it on the handoff. In motion, Hudson lost his footing in the backfield. He couldn't get it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a big loss. A big play. I agree with the call 100%.
Yeah.
It's 4th and a yard.
Agreed. Still 90 yards to go to take the lead.
But now you got to look at the other way at the end of the game. Will this come back to bite you?
And this is a momentum-shifting type play that Rose-Hulman's been looking for. Smith hasn't been stopped all afternoon, and he'll keep the legs churning here for a couple yards. Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else if you're looking for fresh, amazing food and service who truly care about your experience? You've got to try Aspen Creek Grill. Down to the wire here in Terre Haute. $1:45 to go, 3rd quarter. Handoff Smith. Waits patiently for the blockers ahead. And he
Another
just
nice
keeps those feet churning for a first down.
He's having a superb game. Just looks unstoppable.
He has been.
Smith probably approaching 150 yards.
Yeah,
probably is there actually now after that rush.
That pickup. 27 attempts. As you mentioned, 149 yards. An average of 5. They're going to go to the air here, but nope, we're going to dump it on a pass to Smith. Some blockers up front.
He ran into his own man.
Yeah, some bowling pin action there. And Smith, who has that huge padding on his left wrist, he's missed some time due to that left injury so far this season. And on the screen pass there, maybe picks up 2. Rose-Hulman needing 7 to take the lead. Smith again maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, so a 3rd and 8 coming up here.
Don't think that was Smith, actually.
Yeah, this time it is Marsteller back into the game. And now another 3rd down and long for Rose-Hulman.
Last one was a 3rd and long. It was a holding that gave Rose-Hulman a first down. Last thing that this team needs right now is a penalty.
So 3rd and 7, and this will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 2 on the clock, and it indeed will. Try to get him a jump. We're going to have to look because the clock ran out before the penalty, and I think they're going to call it into the 3rd quarter. And that is exactly what they will do. No flag on the play. It will be the end of the 3rd quarter. So Bluffton gets a bit of a break there. Huge drive heading into the 4th quarter for Rose-Hulman. They trail 17-13 on RHIT.TV.
We're doing things so quickly. A lot of times we know that we need help. So our professors all know us by name.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
That one-on-one personal connection you're getting with the faculty, you don't get that a lot of places.
We're not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. We work with them.
The faculty are there for you.
Batteries. And the guy dropped it. Jerry throws him a dime. We're back here on RHIT.TV as we get ready for an exciting 4th quarter. And boy, Sean, right before the end of the 3rd, Bluffton jumps. They call it after the clock goes to 000. So Bluffton, a little bit of a lucky break there. It is a 3rd down and 7 here for Rose-Hulman. Now we've seen a healthy dose of Jay Smith in this game. 26 carries for 148 yards. What are you drawing up here on 3rd down and 7 to keep this drive going in your own territory.
I know. 3rd and 7's a long way for a rush, but if anyone can do it today, it is Jay Smith. I don't know if they're going to have a screen for him.
They'll hand it off to him. Has some room. Gets to the 35. And he's going to be about 2.5, maybe 3 yards shy. And I think you have to punt this football away if you're
I don't know.
Or do you line up, try to go for that dummy count, and try to get Bluffton to jump, which they did right as the clock was running out of that third quarter.
Or do you just trust Jay Smith because he's had such a nice game?
Yeah, it's tough if you hand the football back over to them inside the 40, and
Rose
Holman
Holman
will take a timeout. We will take it with him. Big 4th down decision for Coach Sokol and Rose Holman coming up after this.
We're doing things so quickly. A lot of times we know that we need help. So our professors all know us by name.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
That one-on-one personal connection you're getting with the faculty, you don't get that a lot of places.
We're not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. We work with them.
The faculty are there for you.
You line up, you do a hard count or two, and then you snap it. We're back here, 4th down and 2 from the 35-yard line. Sean, draw it up for us if you're Coach Sokol. What are you doing on 4th and 2?
Give it to the hero. Give it to Smith,
who has 27 attempts for 153 yards.
Looks like they're just going to punt it.
This guy's wide open. Wide open.
He is wide open.
They're going to switch it here.
Is he going to call a fake?
The coaching staff would have came through the wall if they converted the fake punt. Good snap. Good hang time. It's going to take a bounce inside the 30, and that's where it will be fielded. So Rose Holman got off the field with a big stop on 4th and 1. In the first half, right next to us, Rose Holman 1-0 soccer leaders. So this Rose Holman team for the last quarter and a half defensively has held Bluffton scoreless. Let's see what they can do here with 14:23 to play. I don't know what's going on there. That was insane. Roll out right side. We're going to have a holding.
But I think you decline either way because it looks like they might have lost some yardage on that. No, they didn't. They gave him a yard, so then accept it. I don't know, though.
So we'll replay the first down here. See what the call is. It was a hold. I mean, we saw that from up here.
Looks like Cannon is the guilty verdict. Some sarcastic labs here as they felt like that they've missed a couple of holding calls to begin with. Yeah, take this penalty, push them back 10 yards. Originally, I thought that they had lost a couple of yards. In that case, I would have probably accepted it, but...
So 1st and 20 back to the 20-yard line. See what they do on 1st down. 14-14 left to play. Clark to throw under pressure. Scrambles out of it, has some space, passes the 25, and will go out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line.
So it does not miss a whole lot of yardage between the 1st and 2nd downs.
Gets the yardage back lost via the penalty. Become an IndianaSRN sponsor today. Support high school and college athletics across Indiana while putting your business in front of thousands of loyal viewers each week. Coach at IndianaSRN.org. Tony Donahue, Sean Shepard with you. Down to the wire we go in Terre Haute. Clark keeps it, looks to throw, under pressure, steps up. And he's going to go down. Credit the sack to Gabe Adams.
A whole litter of Rose Holman players.
Gabe Adams with the initial contact. He'll get credited with the sack.
That would be 4.5 sacks for him, or 4 sacks total. And they know it's a big 3rd down here. Estimated probably around 2,500 people here today.
And Rose-Hulman with back-to-back third down stops. Shotgun snap. Clark under pressure. Throws. Caught for a first down. There were 3 gray jerseys, and he still hauls in the catch for the first down, Nigel Payne.
But only one of them looked back to try to make a play on the ball. That's the issue. You got to turn around and try to make the play. As you can see there, didn't even try to go for the ball.
Yeah, I think if Joseph Cavaliers looks back, he at least gets a deflection. I thought that ball was going to bounce off his back when it was in the air. Quarterback keeper Clark, he's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, but forward progress marks him to the 45-yard line for a pickup of a short gain on first down. Ball on the 45-yard line. Bluffton contends to take as much time off this clock as they can as we reach the 12-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Rose-Hulman defense hasn't given up a score since midway through the second quarter. Blitz comes. Quick throw left side, caught. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 after a pickup of 5.
Like the little short pass.
Jay Sean Wyckoff with his 3rd catch of the afternoon.
Put him on the 49-yard line.
Wyckoff with 60 yards receiving on the afternoon. Here we go, man in motion. That's Payne. Handoff. Burst of speed, spins out of one tackle off to the races. And about got behind that Rose-Hulman defense and a touchdown-saving tackle. But a first down at the 32-yard line, and Bluffton in business on this drive, 11 minutes to play.
Yeah, nice little burst of energy from Banks. And a big 3rd down conversion. Now 8 of 11 on 3rd down conversions.
Man in motion is Payne. 1st and 10. Handoff. Shimmy shake. Tackled immediately. In on the stop was Cavaliers. Pickup of about 4 inside of the 30-yard line goes Bluffton.
And if you're Rose-Hulman here, the thing you want to do the most is keep him out of the end zone. Because then that really hurts your chances to come back because it makes it a 2-possession game. A field goal here still makes it a 1-possession game.
Yeah, he puts you up by a touchdown. And I think with this bend and don't break defense by Rose-Hulman, getting off the field only giving up 3 would seem like a win. Page. Deep downfield, ball in the air, thrown just short, incomplete. Clark went for the touchdown from 29 yards out, but the ball was underthrown. It'll be 3rd down and 7, so once again here, Sean, another opportunity for Rose-Hulman to get off the field. It would be a 46-yard field goal from here. We could see 4-down territory for the Beavers.
Yeah, the ball hit off the foot of Barnes. You know, if he had turned around, he might have had a chance to pick it off.
Third and 7. Lone in the backfield is Clark. Banks in motion. Clark looks, steps up. He's got room to run. Shakes out a 1, tackle to the stick, stretches forward.
Yep, he got it.
I think he barely got it. He needed 7. He probably got about 7.5. And that will indeed move the sticks. Hey, the Drumstick Dash is coming up on Thanksgiving morning next month, and for over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. Volunteer with us today, 317-686-6239. We thank our friends at Wheeler Mission. Under center comes Clark. First down, 9:15 to play. A long drive here from Bluffton. Handoff. Plenty of room inside the 10-yard line. Forward momentum to the 6. and it'll be a first down and goal for Bluffton. And I think this is exactly what you draw up if you're Coach Hedden and Bluffton. A long drive to get points and a touchdown here would put Rose-Hulman behind the 8 ball, down 11. So again, bend and don't break here inside of the 7-yard line. Rose-Hulman, you're hoping to just give up 3 to keep this at a one-possession contest. Left side spins into the end zone. Touchdown. Jamarian Banks from 7 yards out. And Bluffton caps off a long drive with 6. Their first touchdown since midway through that second quarter. 23-13. And all the momentum, Sean, that Rose-Hulman built up, now taken away by that long drive and score.
Yeah, Banks was able to break off a couple of tackles, and it kind of started dwindling away after giving up the 2 third and long completions, and able to continue to convert on 3rd down. That will really break some momentum.
Extra point is good. 24-13. Bluffton leads. 8:28 to go on RHIT.TV.
Fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
We're back here from Terre Haute, 8:28 to play. Bluffton with a 24-13 lead over Rose-Hulman. They drive down the field to find the end zone on a Jamarian Banks 7-yard touchdown run on 1st and goal. So Bluffton takes an 11-point advantage. They'll kick it off. Rose-Hulman, 2 timeouts, 8:28 to play. You got to score twice. So Sean, you would expect to see, and a nice little return here out to the 30. Some up-tempo offense here from Rose-Hulman.
And it worked in the final 2 minutes of the first half. The question is, will it work here in the fourth quarter?
I want to thank Matt and Mr. Eaton and Jerry Collins here, doing a great job with our pictures, producing here on RHIT.TV. It's a busy day for all of us at RHIT.TV at IndianaSRN. After a big night of high school football last night and opening night of the sectionals. 10 games this week for our crew. That last drive, 12 plays, 70 yards, and 5:55 off the clock. Smith breaks out of a tackle, which would have been for a loss, and pushes forward for a pickup of 4. And as much as you want 2- and 4-yard chunks from Smith, you're going to have to go to the air down 11 with 8 minutes to play.
Now here's an interesting thought: is if you do score here, do you go for 2?
Down 11.
Oh,
Fumble.
the ball's out.
Fumble. Ball was punched out. They're not going to call us forward progress down. Ball punched out from behind, delivered on the hit by Nolan Mills, and the fumble recovered by Travion Curry. And Bluffton will take over from the 39-yard line. Yeah, I think you have to go for 2. Obviously down 11, you need a 2-point conversion and a field goal.
Not that it matters anymore.
But erase that off of the memory, and Rose-Hulman's defense back on the field. A couple penalties and now a turnover, kind of beating Rose-Hulman, beating themselves. So Bluffton takes over. We want to thank LifeWise Academy. Their programs support educators and communities to improve student outcomes. With LifeWise Academy, your community can bring biblical values back to the classroom. 614-367-5767 for more information. Stack to the left. Man in motion. Handoff in the backfield goes to Hudson. Spins out of it. Off to the races. Gets the edge. Breaks out of one tackle. Another. Makes another man miss. Stays on his feet. About ran 24 yards there to pick up 12.
Yeah, some nice running there. And able to break some tackles just to get the first down.
Shimmying and shaking. With 7:23 to go. It's been a nice day for Clark through the air. 10 of 14, 167 yards and a touchdown. On the ground, Banks has 73 yards. Hudson with 63. They'll go to the air here, deep to the end zone, and overthrown. Incomplete. We're going to have a flag on the play. So either they be holding or an ineligible man downfield. We'll see what the call is here. More than likely holding based on where the flag is.
If it's ineligible, I would almost decline it. If it's holding, take it. Yeah.
So moving back 10 yards.
Pushes them out of field goal range.
Big time. 11-point lead. 7 minutes on the clock, 1st and 20. If you look at the rushing attack here for Bluffton, Hudson with 75 on 13, Banks with 73 on 9 attempts, Clark with 35 on 10 attempts, and a handoff here is Hudson.
He gets back to the yardage anyways.
Yeah, he gets back to just short of the original line of scrimmage. We'll mark him for a pickup of 9. He's got 84 yards now rushing on the afternoon. And plenty of clock still to be ran here from Bluffton as they continue to take their time with an 11-point, 24-13 lead. And that first possession of the second half for Rose Holman, they were driving for 7. They ended up with 3. Kind of broke up some of the momentum. Handoff here left side to the edge and hit hard. Pushed out of bounds. Hudson on the run.
I'm surprised that they're having him continue to run the clock, though, because he was out of bounds, but it must have been because he was pushed out of bounds.
So big time hit there defensively for Jackson Navier from Tell City, Indiana, the senior.
They're down and long. The last couple times it's been third down and long, Bluffton's been able to convert.
The faithful come alive here for Rose Holman. Handoff. And hit again. And it's going to be a 4th down and about 6.
It'll be a 41-yard field goal, which would keep it a 2-possession game if they decide to kick it.
He's not happy at 80. So Jeff Sokol in his 15th season needs his fighting engineers to get off the football field.
They're going to try to waste some clock and then call a timeout here with about a second to go.
Under the 5-minute mark of the 4th quarter. And Bluffton will take a timeout. We will take it with them. 4th and 6 from the 23-yard line coming up after this on RHIT.TV.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Fourth down here for Bluffton, 4th and 6. Offense stays on the field from the 23-yard line. See if they go for the hard count. They won't. Clark steps up, fires it, caught, and drilled to the ground. Ball's loose.
That should just be incomplete, right?
And that was a clean hit. He laid the boom for the incompletion. So Rose-Hulman will take the football back over, trailing by 11, 4:50 to go. Let's take a look at this one more time.
Hit. Take a look at this.
It's a good thrown ball off his fingertips. And yeah, that's a clean hit. Ball is knocked loose. But a great job there defensively by Rose-Hulman. So Sean, draw it up for us. 4:50 to go. You're going to have to go quickly. You got to score twice.
Gotta have to go to the air.
If you're Rose-Hulman.
Gotta go to the air.
Here on RHIT.TV, where you always have a front row seat. The offense for Rose-Hulman comes back out on the field. Handoff Smith. Pickup of about 3 on first down. Today's broadcast is the copyright production of RHIT.TV and the HCAC conference. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of RHIT.TV or the HCAC is strictly prohibited. I'll go to the air here. You looking, and he's just wisely going to throw it away. Plenty of time there, but nobody open downfield. LifeWise Academy, they support educators and communities. By improving student outcome with LifeWise Academy, your community can bring biblical values back into the classroom. 614-367-5767. And we want to thank our friends at the Morales Group. They've been with us for a very long time. We're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and the community we share. Whether you're looking for the right career or the perfect candidate, we're here to help. Call us 317-472-7600. And a quick sack here on 3rd down and 8. Nowhere for you to go, and he's drugged down from behind. 4th and 15 with 4 minutes to go.
And, I mean, you have to go for this. I mean, it's 4-down territory no matter where you are, because you're down by 11 with 4 minutes to go in the game.
See what they do here. He's going to have to throw it. Wide open, caught at the 30, plenty of space to the 40, and drug out of bounds at the 45, a 33-yard strike on 4th and 15. Where's that been?
They need some more plays like that. They want to score quick. That's the way to do it.
They'll go quick. Fires a bullet, and it was tipped, and then falls incomplete. Should have been an interception.
Should have been caught too.
But a great job there. On the 4th down, Austin Porter, who's having a big afternoon here for Rose-Hulman, keeps the drive alive. 2nd and 10. Man, had a wide open down the seam was Marsteller. He decides for the check down, and it falls incomplete. Man, and you think about just one more read to the right, and he might still be running.
Could have been 6 because he was wide open.
So 3rd down and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line for Rose-Hulman. Porter with 5 catches, 42 yards. Going to throw it up for grabs and just a little bit too much air, but a holding and a pass interference.
It's going to be a...
It was all over the top of the jersey.
Are they calling a hold or a pass interference?
I think they'll call it a hold.
But is it on the...
Or are they going to pick it up because it was an uncatchable football?
They called a holding.
So, yeah, it was a holding. He was grabbed up by the collar there, as we saw. And so a free 1st down for Rose-Hulman. 3:24 to go. The clock certainly in play here. 2 timeouts remaining. Clock stopped on the penalty. Rolls out, then hands it off to Marsteller, who picks up about 6 yards.
He's still going. I think if he had gone more to the right.
And you still got to go quick here.
I think if he had still gone more to the right, that he would have had a better chance to, A, go out of bounds, and B, be able to get some more yardage out of that.
2nd and 7.
Because you have to use this. You have to use the sideline here.
Throw right side. Ooh! Off the fingertips of Austin Porter. About got sandwiched there. Nonetheless, the ball drops incomplete, and a 3rd and 7 with 2:56 to play. What about something different here, Sean? Maybe a quarterback keeper. Delayed draw. There's been some space for him to run.
Well, right now, you need to get some yards here. It is 3rd down.
You throws right side, caught at the sticks. 1st down, stays inbounds. Clock will continue to wind. As they move the sticks. You, the freshman, under pressure, rolls to the right, and he's going to fire it. Caught, jumps, might be enough for a 1st down, but most importantly, Sean gets himself out of bounds.
It does. You know, I'm surprised that they haven't tried to go deep to the end zone yet, because he showed earlier that he has the arm to throw at 25, 30 yards.
He's been poised under pressure and has made some good throws. You look, steps up. He's going to throw it across the middle. Caught. 1st down again.
You got to try to score before the 2-minute warning, though, so you got to get another play off right here.
You is finding his rhythm, getting hot. 2:05 to go. See if they can get one more snap in before the 2-minute timeout. They will. On the rollout, would have been a touchdown, or at least down to the 2-yard line, but the ball was thrown behind the intended target of Marsteller. Yep. And we've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:58 to play. Rose-Hulman threatening the score on RHIT.TV.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew.
Your flash-fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh main lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine.
Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Can I help you? Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry-out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry.
Side and see what happens. You out of shotgun. So we come back from the 2-minute timeout on a 2nd down and 10. Rolls out, plants his feet, throws up for grabs, back of the end zone, batted down.
Should have been picked.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman dodges a bullet there as that ball deflected and bounces off the turf. You under pressure just kind of threw it up for grabs.
So very big break for Rose-Hulman there.
Yeah, Adam Hughes gotten going on this drive, though. He's had a couple passes of 12-plus yards. They'll line it back up here. On a 3rd down and 10 from the 12, you under pressure, throws it off his back foot, and it's thrown behind the intended target of Austin Porter. So 4th down and 10, you're going to have to score twice and to convert an extra point. Do you kick the field goal here to cut it to an 8-point game?
That's what I'm thinking.
You give yourself a chance with the field goal and the onside, or do you trust your offense to try to get the 10 yards here?
4th and long, it'd be a 30-yarder.
U is 15 of 27 for 124 yards. They're going to go for it. 4th and 10. Fires, caught, touchdown. Guess how they drew it up on the slant route.
What do we know?
It is Avery Cody on 4th and 10 for the touchdown, and now you certainly have to go for 2. 2 timeouts remaining for Rose. This one's not over. The faithful have came alive here on the RHIT sidelines. But boy, what a poised throw from a freshman.
It was, and he had a really nice possession. You look at that replay, just a perfect pass right to Cody, who I believe that's his first touchdown as well.
What do you dial up here? We have not seen much of Jay Smith after going out on the last drive.
He wasn't even in.
Yeah, you will throw it back of the end zone.
Wide open.
And the
3-point
two-point conversion is good. Joseph Collada, the tight end, catches it. Rose Holman with 2 timeouts is within a field goal on RHIT.TV. We'll keep it right here. So a great drive. You showed a lot of poise for a freshman. Not only converts on the 4th down for the touchdown, gets the 2-point conversion, and they did this all without their top running back in Jay Smith, who went out halfway through this drive with a wrist injury.
There's still some time left, so granted they get 3 stops here and use 2 of their timeouts. They'll have about 55 seconds to be able to get to field goal range.
And now let me ask you this: you don't necessarily have to go for the onside kick. You could kick it deep. And as you mentioned, a stop on 1st down, timeout, stop on 2nd down, timeout. 3rd down, if you stop them, you're going to have, like you said, about 55 seconds left on the clock. We'll see what they try to do. But a great drive there and great poise from Adam Yu, the freshman.
Here's the thing about going for the onside kick is if you do try to go for the onside kick and they convert, then if they don't get it, if you stop them, you're going to be pinned way back in your own possession.
Yeah.
So,
I think you kick it deep here.
I don't know.
But it looks like they're lining up.
Kind of are.
Maybe for an onside. Do you kick this one deep over their head? I mean, look, you've got some space down the sideline. And we'll see what Bluffton does here on the recovery. Here it is. Bounce at the 40.
Gosh.
High in here. Unbelievable. He got it. And it wasn't even close.
Wow.
What a kick.
Unbelievable.
Off the sky-high bounce at the 40-yard line.
And now you have 1:40 seconds and 2 timeouts.
Absolutely.
To win the game.
What a play. A huge bounce.
They didn't even go for it.
And a recovery. A great kick there. And Rose Holman back in business with some momentum. So Rose Holman trying to do the unthinkable. Down 11 late in the 4th. Score a touchdown on 4th and 10. Convert the 2-point conversion. Convert the onside kick. The fans are alive. Yu fires. Deflected, incomplete.
He had a wide open man on the right sideline.
Yu is 16 of 30 for 136 yards.
Looked like he had cannon, but still.
That last drive, 17 plays, 77 yards, and just 310.
He's only thrown for 3 touchdowns entering this game. He's already thrown for 2 today, so a nice day for him.
Yu drops it off to the tight end, gets past the 50-yard line on the completion to Ben Klein.
And about 5 on that.
Yeah, 1:24 to go, 3rd and 5.
Yep.
2 timeouts. Yu, plenty of time, surveys the field, rolls out, run it, run it, run it, run it. And he does, 1st down.
Trying to be a coach?
I'm trying to will him to the 1st down marker, and Yu converts on the run.
Number 2, Adam Yu.
1st and 10, 1:08 on the clock. Clock stops out of bounds. 2 timeouts left for Rose. Wheel route, open, almost picked. Whew. And if that ball was thrown a little bit higher, would have been off to the races. But a nice job there defensively from Travion Curry to bat that ball away. 2nd down and 10. And you would think here, Sean, you want another 15 yards bare minimum to get in the field goal range.
Oh, you want another 30 yards. Or, you want 25 yards to feel very comfortable.
From the 39, 2nd and 10. Yu, plenty of time, across on the slant route, caught Avery Cody.
1st down.
And Rose Holman in business.
Less than a minute to go, still with 2 timeouts.
A touchdown puts Rose-Hulman ahead. Cody with 4 catches, 51 yards. And another catch. You with the completion.
Another
Austin
first down.
Porter's 6th catch. And here we go. 41 seconds to go. 2 timeouts. You're thinking score.
You're thinking score right here. You got to be aggressive here.
Doing this
You're
all
in
without
field goal
Jay
range.
Smith, too.
You're in field goal range.
Open. Boom. Met him in the middle. And there was some contact there. Didn't see if it came early or not. No flag.
It was a good play. It was a clean play right at the same time as when the ball got there. Just perfect execution there from the defense.
Substitutions here. All right, Sean, 34 seconds. You've got the entire field to use with those 2 timeouts, a 2nd down and 10.
And you are in field goal range. You feel comfortable here letting your kicker tie the game up. But right now you're thinking win this game.
Look for DeWitt in the slant route. Nope, they'll do a handoff. And the ball's loose. The ball is loose, but they marked the play dead on the whistle.
Wow. What a break for Rose-Hulman.
Rose-Hulman coughs up the football, but
you know what? I'm surprised they went away from it, from the pass, because it's been working so well.
So we'll keep it here on a 3rd and 12. Rose-Hulman forced to take one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Well, first of all, you want to hang on to the football.
Yes.
But not too long ago, same position. It was 4th and 12. From the 14, you ran a slant route for a touchdown. What are you drawing up here? Because you do have to be careful. You are in field goal range to tie it up.
That's my question here for you. Is do you try to go for the first down here, or do you try to just get, 6-7 yards to make it a more manageable field goal where it would be, like a 25-30 yarder compared to a 32-yarder right now?
I think the play that kind of died on the 3rd down, which led to you running for the first down, is in play here. If you could roll him out to the right side and tell him, hey, we got a timeout, so just get as many yards as you can and hold on to the football. Obviously, Jay Smith out of this football game, the leading rusher for Rose-Hulman. You will look to the end zone. Fires, overthrown, had his intended target open of Avery Cody.
It's all right.
And now 4th and 12, you have to kick the field goal to tie this one up.
Let's see.
A 32-yarder to tie it up for Rose-Hulman. The Fighting Engineers trying to score 11 unanswered here in the 4th quarter to tie it up.
Seguto.
Seguto's been good twice from 28 today. This one
yarder.
from 31.
He is.
High snap, down, kick is up, Yahtzee. And Rose-Hulman in the 4th quarter has scored 11 unanswered. We're tied at 24 with 20 seconds to go on RHIT.TV. You hear this crowd come alive. They've been behind this team even when down 11. And Sean, hard to convert on a 4th down.
Let alone
then you get the
score on
touchdown.
it.
Then you get the 2-point conversion.
Then you get the onside kick as it's shown right here.
Then you perfectly execute the onside kick.
Just do the onside kick again.
And you
If it worked out well.
And you
Nah,
come
you
down
don't.
and get the field goal. So we are well on our way to overtime. And if you look in front of us, Jay Smith is back up with helmet back on. He was not a part of that last drive and a half, which led to the 8 straight points from Rose-Hulman.
It also gave him a big break, so now he's re-energized for potentially overtime.
24 all. Rose-Hulman will kick it off. And Rose-Hulman on a comeback trail against Franklin 2 weeks ago with that 35-34 victory on the road. Trying to extend the winning streak against the Beavers to 11. Here's the kick. It's a good one. You don't want to kick it out of bounds. Give him a chance to return it. Blocker ahead. Breaks out of a tackle. And he's taken down at the 35-yard line. 14 seconds, 1 timeout. You're at your own 35. I think you go ahead and kneel this and play for overtime on the road.
Not with a timeout, but again, this is a very similar situation to what you had at the end of the first half, in which Bluffton just knelt it and was okay with going with the half. Here, we'll
see if Bluffton elects to go to victory formation and knee this out. and take it to overtime.
Looks like they might. No? Yeah, maybe so.
Under center.
Nope. Looks like they're drawing a play.
Clark will hand it off. Let's see what they get on first down. Breaks out of one, and he's tripped up.
Yeah,
big-time tackle. And that will take us to overtime. A remarkable recovery here and comeback for Rose Holman. 11 unanswered over the final 7 minutes. We head to overtime. And all the momentum, Sean, on the side of the Rose Holman Fighting Engineers. Down 24-13. You convert the touchdown on a 4th and 12. You get the 2-point conversion. You get the onside kick. I mean, the odds absolutely stacked against you. And then to boot home a field goal to tie this one up.
And here's something else to think about is how big is that play in which Bluffton went for it on the opposing 11-yard line where it could have been an easy field goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how big is that play?
Left points off the board.
Multiple times because they did it over here on the 25-yard line as well.
So a couple play calls. And really you could say that about either team, right? A couple play calls either way. Penalty, fumble here. And this one could be won by either side. Nonetheless, it all comes out in the wash, and we're tied up at 24 heading into OT. So overtime coming up. We'll get the official ruling here on who will have the football to start it. What a beautiful afternoon here from Rose Holman on RHIT.TV. As both teams will come to midfield here to see who will possess the football first. I think you want to win the toss and elect defense, Sean.
Mm-hmm. That way you know what you need to do.
The second overtime, the teams will have to go for 2, which kind of eliminates those 7 and 8 overtime thrillers. But Jerry's got to get home, so we'll see if we can limit this to just 3. Rose Holman boys soccer winning 2-0 right next door, right down the trail.
It's been a busy day for this university. Family weekend here. A lot of folks here in attendance overall this weekend.
Matt's got the camera downfield side, doing a great job for us. Mr. Eaton's up here. He's got his gray and lime green Nikes on, looking good. Curly has me turned down. So Rose will play defense. Looks like on the coin toss. Yep. A great sign of sportsmanship there between Navio and Hogan. And let's do it. Let's play some overtime.
This has been a fun game. Might as well continue it.
In a remarkable come from behind here from Rose Holman to send it to overtime.
And something else that's important to note is that Rose Holman had the ball most of the second half of the fourth quarter, so their defense is well rested.
And we talked about at halftime, flipping that time of possession. Rose Holman did that in that second half.
It's pretty even now, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, 33 minutes to about 27 minutes. So,
it was 9 at halftime.
Yes, it's down to 3.
Yep.
Down to 6. Yeah.
Penalties 7 for 51 and 6 for 51, so about even there. And here we go from the 25-yard line. Clark, man in motion. He'll keep it, throw it, wide open at the 20, the 10, the 5, and marked out at the 4-yard line on the pitch and catch to the tight end, Connor Cannon, with his first catch of the afternoon. And he goes inside the 5-yard line, 1st and goal for Bluffton. A little bit of a misdirection there. We haven't heard much from the tight end position this afternoon from Bluffton. And there they convert on first down. Ball at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Clark under center. Hands it off. Met immediately. And Rose Holman pushes the pile back. Ball's loose, but it was marked on the ground. It was marked on the ground. So this is twice in about the last 4 or 5 plays that a fumble has occurred after the play was blown dead.
And though you may not agree with the call, it's good that it's consistent.
Yes, 100%.
That's the one thing that a lot of fans, including myself, want is just consistency.
And I think we have a bit of a shorter whistle here tonight because both Rose-Hulman and Bluffton, while running the football, they have running backs that continue to churn and to continue to try to produce after contact.
And that can sometimes lead to injuries.
2nd down. They'll look to pass. Clark pump fakes. Under pressure, rolls out. He's got some space to run. He's going to go one-on-one. Heads back. Dives to the end zone. Fumbles it. And he's going to be marked out of bounds. He's
Might have stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, I think the feet were out of bounds.
Hope we can take another look at that.
Rose-Hulman wanted the touchback as he reached forward, hit the pile, and fumbled. But I think his feet were out of bounds. 24 all here in overtime.
3rd and 2.
Big 3rd and 2 here. I got to think if you're Defiance, this is 4-down territory.
Although if you play for the win on the road.
Handoff. Met immediately, lowers the shoulder, and he's pushed back. They finish off the play.
Any gain?
I don't think he got much.
Nope.
Marshall Cook on the pursuit. And it's going to be a 4th and 2, ball to 2. They will go for it. I think you watch out for the hard count here if you're Rose-Hulman.
Well, the good news is that there's no first down they can get.
Yeah.
The bad news is that could lead them to a touchdown.
I would expect Defiance to go ahead and take their one timeout given in OT, as we're already down to 7 seconds on the play clock. And the Beavers will take a timeout. We will keep it here, a 4th down and 2. And Sean, this has really been the storyline of this game, is which defense can come up with stops on 3rd and 4th and shorts.
Well, if you look at 4th downs compared to 3rd downs, it's actually been in the favor of Rose-Hulman because Rose-Hulman's converted on both their 4th downs, while Bluffton has not converted on either one. They're 0 for 2 today. So that's a big storyline that could be potential at the end of this game, is lack of 4th down stoppages for Bluffton versus, some good offense from Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. There was a couple 4th downs that Bluffton went for and did not convert, which were huge momentum-shifting plays that kept points off the board. 0-2 is Bluffton. Under center comes Clark. Tight ends move to the left. It's Banks in the backfield. Handoff, Banks cuts back. He's stuffed. The defense of Rose-Hulman on 4th and goal with the big stop. And the Fighting Engineers will take the football at the 25-yard line. Can walk this one off with a score.
Oh, they just need a field goal. What a comeback this would be for Rose-Hulman.
So Rose-Hulman, over the last 8 minutes of game action, marches down for a touchdown, converts the 2-point conversion. We had debated, do you go for the onside kick with 1:57 to go and 2 timeouts on the clock? They get it. They score a field goal, and now a big 4th down stop. And guess who's back in the game? Bo Reliable. Jay Smith takes the handoff back to the line of scrimmage, no more.
Yeah, I got a couple of yards. They'll give him a couple of yards there.
And they're going to give him about a 1-2 yard gain.
Now here's the question. The kicker's been on today.
Are you playing for the field goal? Yeah, I think you are. I think you see what you get here on 2nd down.
Mm-hmm.
And I think your 3rd down play, you want to make sure you line yourself up as close to the middle of the hash marks as possible.
He has not completed a field goal from over 40 yards this season.
Smith has it just shy of the 20.
There's 20. There would be a 39-yard field goal there.
At 3rd and 7 from the 22.
Season long was actually this game at 31 yards.
Segudo is 3 of 3. I think we're going to have officials timeout here.
Injured player.
Down on the near sideline here from Bluffton. As you mentioned, Segudo, 28-yard field goal in the second. Scored a couple more here. He's got 3 on the afternoon. He's been good from 28 twice and 30, which sent this game into overtime, tied up at 24. Ball right now on the 22, as you mentioned, a 39-yard field goal.
You want to get to, the 17, 18-yard line in order to feel more comfortable here.
How important is it to make sure this football is centered up as much as possible? I know you're not thinking about that when you get the carry. But I think you still want to gain, like you said, a couple more yards here on third down to make this as safe of a field goal as possible. Smith back in the backfield. Keeps it. Quarterback keeper passes the 20, and he's hit at the 19-yard line out of bounds. And head coach Sokol says, let's go win this thing. And the field goal unit will come on the field.
There's a 35-yarder, 36-yarder.
It'll be a 4th and 4, a 36-yarder from the left hash. Wind slightly blowing. Can Rose-Hulman walk this one off?
Are they trying to do a false snap here to try to draw them off sides? They were going quick for a while.
That would be an automatic first down. Segudo
for the win.
Bluffton's going to bring the house. High snap. Kick is up, and it is good.
Oh,
he hit it off the post. He hit it off the post. No good. And he doinks it. And we go to a second overtime. That looked good until it wasn't. And Rose-Hulman with the chance to walk it off.
Hit the upright.
Doinks it. And the coaching staff comes over to Segudo and says, look, we're going to need you again. So keep your head in the game.
Because now Rose-Hulman gets the ball.
Back on offense.
I believe, right?
Yep, so offense will stay on for Rose. Defense will stay on for Bluffton after getting the stop. So both teams failed to score in the opening OT. And we'll head to the second overtime, 24-all. But, man, that looked good. You got a couple extra yards that you needed. But,
that was a...
But that old Mr. Pole gets in the way sometimes.
Tell you what, that was the best kicked ball. It looked like he had all day. He had great contact with it.
Looked good.
Just unable to get it inside the upright.
And, man, Rose-Hulman, multiple times in this game, opportunities to win it that have fallen short. And we'll take a break. We'll be back right after this on RHIT.TV.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org.
To double overtime we go here on RHIT.TV. Rose-Hulman and Bluffton even at 24. Sean Shepard and Tony Donahue with you. We've got an injured player down. That is Trey Stribling, the junior from Nashville. He's up, getting help off. You get the stop for Rose-Hulman on 4th down. You have the football, and you doink the game-winning field goal. But still an opportunity in the second overtime, Sean, to get the victory if you're Rose-Hulman, and it starts here by having your offense back on the field.
And now you're not playing for a field goal. I love the calls going for the field goal because that's all you needed for the win. But I feel like the calls on first and second hour were just a little bit too conservative. So here, got to go back to what worked in the fourth quarter, getting the ball in the air.
Yeah, he'll go to the air. He'll roll back to the right side. He's got a man in the end zone. He's going to throw it up, and it's going to be incomplete, so wisely throws this one away. Took a hard hit. He's down, but he'll get right back up. So a second down, and Smith is in the game. They've gone away from him. after the injury, he had 2 runs on that opening possession in overtime. So here we go, 2nd down. Ball on the 25-yard line. Smith is in the backfield. 3 wide set, you to throw. Sets his feet, dumps it off, and he's going to bounce it off the turf to Smith.
Smith thinks he caught it.
Smith, I think, thought he caught it as well. I thought it skipped off the turf.
You can see that again.
Hard to see from that angle. Nonetheless, it's a 3rd down, and I mean, this is a 42-yard field goal attempt if you don't gain any yards here on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're not trying for that.
So Smith will check out of the game. In comes Marsteller out of the backfield. You will throw it. Caught on a nice slip screen catch.
How do you go for it?
By Porter. You got about half of it there. And, you know, when Segudo walked off the field and they grabbed him and said, hey, we're going to need you to keep your head in the game. We didn't know it'd be about 4 minutes of real time. This one from about 36 yards on the right hash this time. Remember, he was on the left hash the last time, and he doinked it off the left post. Good snap. This one is up, and this one is true. So a little bit better snap there. And Rose-Hulman takes the 27-24 lead in overtime. A defensive stop away from stealing this one. They have scored 14 unanswered points to take a 3-point lead. Now the defense that has only given up 10 points since that 2nd quarter, an opportunity to walk this one off with a defensive stop. First and 10, Indy backfield set here for Tywan Clark. Looks right, throws it to the end zone.
Oh my goodness.
Has a man, caught, touchdown.
Ball game.
Beavers win. And a walk-off touchdown on 1st down. An absolute dime from Clark. And it is brought in by Nigel Payne. And Rose-Hulman's massive comeback, huge effort to get back into this one and send it to overtime. In one play, the wind is taken out of the sails. And Bluffton wins this one in walk-off fashion. 30-27. A lot to unravel, Sean, but man,
wow.
Rose-Hulman had multiple opportunities to win this game. And great sportsmanship here at midfield, but man, both teams left it out on the field down to the wire.
It was a great game.
And Bluffton, 3-1. I don't know what this coach is yapping about. Man, Rose-Hulman, a big-time effort to come back in this one. But ultimately, it's Bluffton with the walk-off win on the 25-yard touchdown pass. We want to thank everybody here on RHIT.TV. We want to thank our sponsors as well as our camera guys, Jerry. Sean, give us your final thoughts on this one as Rose-Hulman falls at home 30-27.
Just a good overall game, but just a couple of long plays that went in the favor of Bluffton, and including the one that ended the game, and just a couple of defensive breakdowns.
Rose-Hulman had a chance to win it in the first overtime. Segudo misses a field goal. The offense stays on the field. They boot. Segudo boots one through to go up, and on the first play of overtime, on a wheel route to the end zone, and it's a touchdown for the Beavers of Bluffton to walk this one off and take the victory. For everybody here at RHIT.TV, we thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Don't forget to follow us on our social media channels and like and subscribe on YouTube as well. 30-27, Bluffton with the road win on RHIT.TV.